Well, hello there, Internet, and welcome to Lords of Misrule. It has been a short week since we've been here last. Thanks for joining us here today for this D&D 5th edition spectacular. A couple of announcements before we get underway. We've had a couple of streams throughout the last week. I'm trying to remember what we had. We had our latest Matropony on Thursday. We played a bit of Monster Prom, which was a lot of fun.
Played a whole game of Monster Prom.
Yeah, we did. You can check that out on our YouTube next week. We also had the most recent Cyberscape go up. Cyberscape, I don't know why I said it like that. Go up last Wednesday too. So you can check that out on iTunes or CastBox. I don't think anything else. I'm used to having more announcements because we played bi-weekly for such a long time, and now I don't have very much to announce. But other video game streams, I think Alex, you did some Kingdom Hearts. I don't remember what else was streamed on the video games and stuff. Check them out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Geek Game Nights. We will have, I guess, looking forward, if you want to know what's going to be coming up soon, we will have the next Wonderworld next Thursday. And then the next episode of Wild Space, since we didn't have it on last Monday, will be a week from this coming Monday. So stay tuned for that. We're all really excited for it, and you should be too. I think that's it. I don't think I have any other thing. I'm just scraping the bottom of the barrel for announcements right now. So yeah, just sit back and enjoy this next episode of Lords of Misrule. And welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us on that very short break in our intro trailer. Last time on this on Lords of Misrule, we had a bit of inter-party drama. Shortly after a skeleton riot squad breached the Cloves Laundry Joint, your sort of sanctuary, your safe haven, Thieves' Haven, as it were. You scattered to accomplish a number of objectives on your own. Enza was contacted by her new business partner, Finn Stryker. You had completed your job for him. You wanted to get you had a little conversation about Enza's history. We saw some conversations between lots of characters. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the highlight of them being a very dramatic inner exchange between Pilar and Sebastian, who some secrets were going to be revealed. There was maybe a conversation that was going to be had, and then some mysterious entity stepped in to keep Pilar from being able to divulge everything she wanted to. Sebastian had some sort of internal monologue as well, maybe some influence pushing him one direction in that conversation. And as that reached a boiling point, Sebastian, in a fury, set his sights to even the playing field between Gura, looking to get some answers on why your family is being targeted and why you were attacked those months ago. And so the rest of you arrived just in time to see Sebastian having torn through Gura's squad a significant portion of his gang. Gura gave you the name of the person responsible for the hit on you and your family, an entity or individual known as the Beast, and gave you a general location of where they have been seen before, but they're sort of enigmatic and difficult to track down. So we ended our last session with all of you kind of going your separate ways for some more conversations and drama, and that's where we're picking up today. So I guess I don't know who wants to talk to who, so this is in the moments after. I guess you guys are all heading back to your places for the night, or actually you're all heading back to Cordelia's place, aren't you? No? I thought you guys were all staying there.
Well, I mean, we're supposed to.
Okay, is that not happening?
I took Sebastian with me, and Enza, I think, have an understanding that she is going to take Pilar somewhere else. Maybe because Pilar's family needs to be watched over, and also maybe because Pilar doesn't need to be in the same room as Sebastian right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just my initial read of the situation.
It was a very good read.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's what's happening.
Okay. All right. Well, let's. I'm trying to decide which one we should start with. Let's do Enza and Pilar first.
I had a 50-50 chance. Where do you want to pick up, Morgan? Do you want to pick up at the place? Do you want to pick up while walking? What are your thoughts?
Well, Enza hasn't. Well, I don't know if she's been there before, but said that Pilar needed to show her how to get there. And would probably, I don't know if Pilar's talking, but would probably be.
She's not at all.
Pilar is not. Okay.
Except for like occasionally, like we turn right here.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Got it. Yeah, and then maybe like after a while, it's like, so what did you and Seb talk about? Made him so angry. You don't mind me asking?
I don't mind. He just wanted me to have answers, and I did not have them to give.
That's why I had to go smash some heads in.
Yeah. Basically, I tried to tell him what I could, and it was not sufficient. It's really unfair.
It's unfair that you don't have the answers, or that he's mad at you?
Yes. Basically, we've been close for a really long time. And, like, everything I do is to make sure he's okay and to make sure, like, everything's going fine and that he's fine. But no, this one time that I can't explain myself or tell him what he wants to hear or know or whatever, that is the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's not fair.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, that's real great of you to always be sticking your neck out for him.
He's my family. Basically, I didn't have the answers for him, and I don't have any answers for me. Now, especially after what we just saw.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him fight a little bit, but that was a little much, you could say. Man.
Well, here's the Soto house.
I will show you in, but do you mind if I just like have a minute or two?
Okay, like by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. I get that's all right. I'll just I'll sit right here.
Just like on the front porch.
Yeah, I'm picturing it's like a brownstone, so there's like some steps out front.
Yeah, that's exactly how I picture it too.
Okay. Just gonna sit up on one of those steps. Kind
Okay.
of look out for any suspicious activity.
Great. And Pilar is going to basically she's gonna open the front door enough to be like, hey, it's Pilar, I'm fine, and then close the door. So she doesn't go in and get like sucked in.
Yeah, you smell food and people talking and stuff in the lobby, and I think there's some conversation that is thrown your way as you call your name in, but you close the door before hearing any of it.
And I just like nod and say, and then I'm going to like walk. I'm just gonna like go down the stairs again and like go around the apartment building, go down the alley, just like go around the building basically to a little secluded spot.
Okay. So you find like I want to say this is like the back entrance of like a restaurant, and there's a couple of trash cans around and like a little stoop there and maybe a small like stool that some of the workers at the restaurant, the cooks, come out and like sit on and have their break and smoke and stuff. So it's quiet. You can hear like a little bit of the tin of like people eating and talking and stuff inside, but otherwise it is fairly secluded and quiet here.
Okay. As it is a stereotypical alley behind a restaurant, I'm sure there's a puddle somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I find a puddle and I just kind of huffily like kind of glare at it. And just, well, are you around now?
I think there's quiet for a bit, and you hear something really kind of rattling around the dumpster, and then a rat kind of scurries out and runs through the puddle off to the other side of the alleyway, and then disappears like up a drain pipe. And as the puddle's reflection ripples, it settles once again, and you see yourself again looking back at it, but this time with that sort of painted skull kind of imposed over your face, and a voice in a whisper speaks back to you and says, I am always here.
Well, whether you're around or not doesn't seem to mean that you're here for me. It's like a little nuance there that I thought was happening, but isn't apparently.
That wasn't our arrangement.
Well,
You're here for me. I am not here for you.
it's kind of hard to do what you want me to do, and I don't even know what that is. Or when your timing is just like really bad.
You're angry with me.
Wow. Yep. You're doing great. So far, so good.
Do you understand why you could not tell your Sebastian? Why? How? When?
Not really. I mean, a little bit. But not really. I mean, why couldn't I be like, hey, you were dead and now you're not. It's fine.
You know my domain. Or you should, at this point. I maintain a balance. If people knew that there were dozens walking this earth that shouldn't, What do you think that would mean?
Well, I mean, I get it. But I thought that you allowed it because it wasn't even supposed to happen in the first place. And I'm here to, like, figure out why and fix it. And, like, I don't know, send their souls to you for judgment or something. I don't know.
And that
But
is
now-
all true. But do you think you could explain that to everyone, that everyone would understand? That thousands wouldn't begin to cry to me to raise their loved ones? That my domain would weaken?
I mean, that's fair. But I mean, you told me you would give me more information if I gave you something in return. What do you even want besides my continued confusion and suffering?
I want your obedience for now. What I've done can always be undone. I can find a new vessel for my work. The time is not right for you to know or act. The time is for you to observe, to learn, to understand.
That's it.
For now.
I can do that.
Good. Not that you have a choice, but good.
Okay, bye.
I think she'll like petulantly kick a pebble like onto the puddle and just walk away as it like ripples.
Okay, it ripples for a little bit as you turn away from it, so you don't see anything else that happens, and you step back down the alleyway and out onto the street as a car rushes past, but otherwise quiet.
I go back up the Soto steps. Oh man, that fresh night alley air, it's so good. Such a good moment to have to myself in an alley with rats in it.
Why
Want
are
to
you
come in?
walking in an alley?
I mean, it was really the closest thing for solitude in this area, you know?
You didn't want to like go in your room or nothing?
I needed the brisk night air. You know how it is.
That's true. It is nice to be outside.
But something is smelling very nice in there. I think Tia Nora has made some tamales. So come on in.
All right.
Open store.
Sean, while I've been sitting here, has there been any suspicious folks about or anything that seems out of the ordinary?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, this one. Well, that's a 1.
Morgan! Your
Jeez,
dice, Morgan!
starting out strong. No, keep it.
Yeah, that's a total for 7.
Nice. Nope,
Not
just
gonna use
normal
that
people doing
Oh.
their normal nightly stuff. A couple people walk by, not anymore. I mean, it's getting late at this point, so not a whole lot of people on the road. But yeah, you don't see
Okay.
anyone out of the ordinary.
All right. Let's go get some of those tamales.
Okay, there's like a building burning off to the side, and Enzo doesn't see it. But yeah,
It's fine. It's fine.
yeah, you head inside and
Too
have a nice evening. Okay, so let's cut over to Sebastian and Cordelia then. You guys can set the scene where you're at this point if you guys want to start talking as you're walking over, or once you get back to the apartment, or what.
I don't imagine Sebastian would say much of anything until they get back to the apartment, unless Cordelia prompts him to.
Mm-mm. It's a quiet walk.
Okay. Well, you make it back to the apartment. No issues.
think I'm gonna go wash up quickly. Don't like this much wolf blood on me.
Okay.
And I think Sebastian just heads into the bathroom. It's just washing up at the sink, not full on shower yet. So, nothing.
I don't. Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to tell me what happened?
I'm not sure how much more there is to say than what I said there. I went to go find answers from Gura. Went in. Next thing I knew, beat them all to shit. Had Gura hanging out the window, and you three popped in.
Just didn't know if maybe after you cooled off, if you'd remember anything else.
I assume I don't have any more memory of the actual fight or what came over me.
No. The fight itself is just in pieces. You remember the voice asking you, or you remember this your own subconscious essentially in this conversation with yourself, and this request to like let the old you out, and then it's just flashes of rage and power and blood, but yeah, nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, it felt a bit like back when I was, the peak of my fighting in the Nurian rings. Though, I don't think if I had ever done that, they would have let me keep going, but it was just like, what if I just cut loose?
And you cut yourself so loose you don't remember what happened?
Yeah. I mean, that's new, but I mean, I'm confused, maybe even a little frightened, but on the other hand, I feel like maybe if I can figure out what that is, tap into it, control it, maybe I finally have something I can bring to the table, something that I can do, because you and Pilar and Clove, you've all got magic. Enza's nasty shot. Hogarth's Hogarth. That I punch people.
Not all of us are so naturally gifted as some of the others. I didn't just come by my magic, I worked hard for it. I'd wager if you ask Enza about her gun, she'd say the same thing.
I mean, I'm not discounting that hard work, it just feels like I haven't had anything much to contribute. And feeling like duck treading water in all this new landscape of Gothford.
We're not all so comfortable as we seem.
Could have fooled me.
And that's the point. Look, if you want to look into this, I'll help, I guess. To whatever point I can.
Yeah. Something we should figure out, but I know this might be odd or difficult to ask, but how do you really feel about that blood oath you made with Aya? I mean, it's just bugging me. I mean, you just said not as comfortable as you may seem, but it seemed like barely gave it a second thought the other day. Seems like a pretty fucking big deal to me.
It is. blood magic always is. It's not the first time around it. Won't be the last. But it was a calculated choice. From what I knew going in about Aya, I knew she was going to ask for something, probably something extreme. So, I don't know, it might have seemed to you like I didn't think about it, but I was thinking about it all the way over, all the way through the meeting, and deciding what I was willing to give. I have no reason to betray her, so I've got no worry of dying. And that's not the most dangerous thing on my plate now anyway, with the dragon sitting outside the city and half of you wanting to go pick a fight with it. So, just trust me when I say I thought about it.
It would be nice if, you could clue me in, and not just you, the others. Apparently everyone just secrets left and right. Wonder how much of us, are any of us telling each other the truth?
I told you everything. I took you with me. I showed you what happened.
Yeah,
I don't think I always have a responsibility to explain myself to you.
yes, and for once, I'm not talking about you right now, Cece. I'm talking about Pilar.
Everyone usually is talking about me. Do you want to talk about Pilar?
No, but we should.
Yeah.
You've been friends with her for most of a decade.
Mm-hmm.
You notice anything odd about her lately?
Mm-hmm. She's not telling me as much as she used to. And I'm not one to pry into her business. But she's not been so forthcoming lately. I asked her about what was going on between her and you when we were at the library. And asked her if it was anything I needed to be concerned about, and she said no. That's clearly not the case.
Well, it's because at the time there wasn't anything going on between us. It wasn't until later in the day that I found out she apparently knows something about what happened to me all those months ago. And
Well, just because you didn't know what was going on doesn't mean it wasn't going on. Because clearly, there's something to your relationship that you didn't know about.
I'm still processing all this information, but right now it's more... God's Pilar's been my best friend my whole life. And now it feels like I don't even know who she is.
Maybe you don't. Just because she's your cousin doesn't mean Pilar tells you everything about herself. She doesn't tell me. Doesn't mean she's a bad person. Everyone's got their secrets. I know there's stuff you haven't told her. Because she asked me about you and me when we were at the library. I think her words were, "What are your intentions?"
Yeah, that
Like she's your dad.
that's a bit of a boiler coming through there.
So
what
I know
did you
you've got
learn?
your secrets from her.
Yeah, and that's it. Not as big as, hey, you died, maybe, and I know what happened, but I'm not telling you.
Well, do you want my expert opinion?
I think the jury's still out on whether or not it's expert, but
I
opinion
am
with
the one with
yours.
the magic. If you were dead and cat. If you were dead and Pilar had something to do with bringing you back, there's no way it's not magic. There's something involved here. A spell, a ritual, a deal, something. I know Pilar's type of magic well enough to think she didn't do it on her own. But lots of magic has a cost, a price. I don't know, I just think if Pilar was going to be honest with any of us, it would be you. And if she's not telling you, there's probably a very good reason. I've never known her to lie just to lie.
Yeah, guess that tracks.
Like I said, expert opinion. I know you're mad and I know you're upset and betrayed and all of that, but just keep it in mind that I don't think she would do anything to hurt you on purpose. I could be wrong. She could be a dragon in disguise. But I wouldn't bet on it.
That would be quite the long con, seeing as I've known her since we were both, wee little babes.
I don't think even Pilar could get that past me. Another thing I'm an expert in.
Dragons?
The long con.
Hopefully this isn't that good of a sequitur, but we kind of glossed over. What did you say to Pilar what your intentions were with her Tito?
I told her I didn't know. And I don't know what his are with me. We don't have to talk about this right now.
Yeah, but now that it's in open question, I feel like it's gonna just be another thing hanging over our heads. But what else? And I mean, if you said you don't know, then you don't know, and I think I should at least say where I stand. In these past few months have been, it's been, we've been all over the place, you and I, these 6-7 months or so, but I know we talked about, how I fucked up with rich smug asshole, whatever his face was, but it was just something about, I think I was realizing that maybe I wanted something more out of this than what it had been before. But it's also, you know, a new feeling, bringing me a new experience. I mean, you've known my history, string of floozies for the most part. None of them can hold a candle to you, though. But I also recognize you may not be feeling that same way, and it's... I gotta decide. Do I keep holding out and hope that maybe one day you do? Or do I be content with what we have now? Or do I prepare myself for another person I care about to not be who I thought they were?
You've always been very simple and straightforward.
Yeah, well, don't much like beating around the bush.
I think that's the most you've ever talked. Can I ask you something?
Go for it.
Do you ever just think about leaving?
Bothbird, you mean?
Yeah. Just packing up and going anywhere else.
Not really. Not since I've come back. I mean, my parents and I went out to the frontier to, follow a job, and that's very different out there, Can't even get into all the ways, but no. Having your parents die out there kind of sours you to the idea of leaving the relatively safe boundaries of civilized living.
More so than living in a city run by monsters.
Yeah, well, at least here the monsters are civilized. Out there, they don't give a fuck who you are. They just see you as food.
At least they're honest.
Or at least you know that they're lying to you.
Well.
But things keep going the way they're going. I don't know. Maybe getting out of Gothford wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Why? You thinking about leaving?
No. I almost did once. It's another long story.
At this point, do we have any stories that aren't long left to tell?
No.
I think that's probably a good place to cut for this scene and move forward into the night, unless there's anything else pressing that needs to go on.
I think just one last thing is with the way things have been going and the nature of the conversation, Seb would just say, "No, I'll crash on the couch tonight if you want space, but I don't know. We still got to figure out what we're doing. I don't know what I'm gonna say to Pilar in the morning. We'll see."
You can think about it in the morning.
Okay.
I go to bed, but I leave the door open.
Dear Penthouse, All right, we'll just leave the big question mark there at that, and move on to morning as the sun rises on the 19th, day before the dragons are allegedly leaving. What are you guys doing today?
Everyone's like,
That was all we prepared for.
Yeah.
We still have a session to do after those
Yeah,
conversations.
Wait.
Yeah.
Anybody? No?
Probably meet up at the joint.
Well, before that,
Okay.
for that.
I think Pilar's up really, 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 really early and makes coffee for her and Enza. Like sneaks down into somebody's kitchen. Whatever family isn't using their kitchen right now.
Okay.
She isn't worried about waking up, makes some coffee, and then brings it upstairs.
Morning.
Oh, sorry. Did I wake you?
I'm a fairly light sleeper, but you're fine.
I made some coffee. Do you like
Thanks.
coffee?
Yeah, it's all right.
I drink mine black, so
That works. So, I was thinking more about last night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard anything about whatever that beast thing is that Gura mentioned, but did that ring any bells with you?
Does it?
I don't think so. That'd be pretty specific to running with the Nurians. So,
Which I don't.
yeah, probably not.
Okay.
Not at all.
Well, I mean, it sounds like Seb's pretty set on figuring that out, but if I recall, there's the whole business with the Draconisi might be happening tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, now that there is some direction to go, I kind of want to go that way too. After the beast, I mean. But dragons attacked all of our city leaders, killed them, burned down a building, unleashed a behir. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't planning on like fighting them or nothing. I just want to figure out what's going on. You know, it seems kind of weird to attack everything and then, I don't know, maybe they were just trying to create chaos or something in the city, but I mean, they talked about something about justice for the Empire, whatever that means.
Presumably for their own family being ousted, as Cordelia would say. I don't know. I don't know if I was present for this conversation, but I seem to remember somebody saying perhaps the Draconisi were doing it on orders of the
What are they? The Necronomicon.
Nosfori.
The Nosfori.
No, Necronomicon was better.
Perhaps they were doing it on orders of the Nosfori, thinking they were going to get more out of it, or maybe just to be the fall guys for them. That seems very irrational to me. Not very beneficial for them, though.
Yeah, just something feels off about the whole thing. And maybe if we go sniffing around, maybe we'll dig something up.
Yeah, I'm really confused what our plan is because we know that they're going to like get on a train or something. And what are we going to do? Like be at the train station and be like, "Hi, before you get on, I have this questionnaire. Would you like to fill it out?"
I mean, that's one thing you could try. I'm pretty sure you could probably get whatever information you want out of somebody, Pilar.
Yeah, that's pretty much usually how it works. Thank you for noticing. I mean, in certain situations, sometimes people just like want to shoot guns, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that does tend to make things more complicated when they're shooting at you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can go just meet up with the others at the joint. I didn't notice anything in the night.
That's good.
Maybe I think your family's probably fine here. And Nikolai mentioned that there's some officers stationed around here.
Yeah, Sebastian said that too. Yeah. I worry about them. I don't want anything to happen to them.
Yeah. What about you, though? You doing? You feel better?
Well, everything looks a little bit different in the light of day, doesn't it? I still don't know what... I just still don't know. But I'm going to do my best. And hopefully, if we start walking now to the joints and we walk really slow, then I'll know what I need to do or say when I get there.
All right. I don't mind walking.
Really slow, though.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Let's go then.
All right. So much later, you all are reconvening at the joint.
While we're drinking, I guess.
Sure.
Default.
Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day it is at this dawn this day.
You've almost missed the morning at this point.
I was enjoying it because it was just so pretty.
Yeah, we took a long way. It didn't seem like we had anything extremely pressing.
No, just like some important king bosses wanting to meet each other, some dragons outside the city.
Wait, what? There's another thing? There are some gang bosses who want to meet?
Oh, yeah.
General chaos.
That.
Also, let's not forget the jazz wizard under the sea. Under the city.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
I
I
like the
kind
way
of
they-
hoped we all forgot about that.
How could I, a musician, forget about Disco Wizard?
I don't
This
know
hasn't
that you'd
been
ever,
invented yet.
I don't know that you'd forget anything that happened underground. I don't know why you'll always want to be underground. It's still upsetting to me. I have not forgotten.
I see.
Well, you're not the one who almost died down there, but
Who almost died?
I mean,
Oh yeah, you didn't meet the hireling we took along that almost died. It's tragic. He's
This is
fine.
the first I'm hearing about this stranger that you took down with, and not me.
Well, you were busy.
Mm-hmm. Insight check.
Do I get a
Sure.
roll?
If I may. Click and click. Oh, that's not great. I rolled a 13.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, man.
24.
Yeah, you are enraptured by her story of this stranger.
What was their name?
Jeffrey?
How sad for Jeffrey.
Well, he's fine.
What?
He
Oh, you're right.
almost
Almost.
died. He's fine.
How come I've never met this Jeffrey? How come this is the first I'm hearing of this?
he wanted to stay far away from us after he almost died.
But how come this is the first time? It's been like days. This is the first I'm hearing of this person.
Well, pressing other matters.
I can't believe this.
Dragons seemed more important. Also, Clove's place being infiltrated by.
You replaced me with someone named Jeffrey and didn't even tell me about it?
You were busy.
You
Yeah,
were not
but
replaced. It was like a substitution.
Bad
That's
one.
literally what it means.
At this point,
A
Harn
bad one
comes
because
and
he
sits
almost
down.
died.
At this point, Harn comes and sits down at the table and says, "Morning, everyone. What are we fighting about today?"
They freaking. Good morning, Harren.
Nothing of note.
I feel like it's been a while since I've spoken with any of you. What's the lowdown? What's the scoop?
Isn't that your job?
I mean, yeah. I'm asking because I'm genuinely interested in what's going on with all of you chuckle fucks, but fine. I won't ask again.
I was going to give you some news.
Friend? Oh. Horan, you just admitted that you're a friend.
Well, not for long with that attitude.
You care about our lives. That's really sweet.
Well, some of them.
Yeah, apparently not Jeffrey.
I know you don't like me, Haran. You don't have to make that face.
I like all of you equally.
Like this much.
Sounds about right.
Well,
But equally.
But equally. I just
Haran,
want to
it
know
means he
what's
doesn't
going
like
on
you
with.
either.
I just want to know what's going on with all the crap that I'm hearing. I mean, I don't know. You apparently got some big connections now with the former Calbits, and
I got in good with Aya Sharp.
I
said
heard
having
about that.
probably a big slash mark right here.
Yeah, I heard about that. Good job. I heard Gura and his people got roughed up pretty bad last night. Assume that you all had something to do with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Solo venture here.
Oh, well. Damn, good job. He's run off with his tail between his legs. I wouldn't be surprised if his territory fell to Jersey pretty soon.
Good.
But anyway, so otherwise, since we last spoke and I told you what I had heard, I didn't know if you'd made any moves or any other things going on right now. Any news with the dragons or...
It's something I think we're all still trying to figure out what exactly we want or can do on that front.
I'm thinking a customer satisfaction survey.
I don't think they'd be inclined to fill that out.
I don't think they bought anything.
Well, not from us.
Well, if you need any help, let me know. I can get some people together if you're looking to make a move. I know Nikolai and I were talking about that yesterday. Sebastian, you were there, and seems like he's got a pretty solid plan for how to take on the train yard and find out what's going on.
Is he now? Where is he?
I'm not sure. Took off pretty late last night and hasn't been by yet this morning, but I feared... Looks to Cordelia, you know him better than me, so...
Yeah. I can call him. Okay, I go call him.
Okay, so I'm guessing you just like call the front desk of the motel that he's staying in.
Yeah, I
That was
guess.
his room.
I
Okay.
don't know how this works. I'm pretty sure adults used to have to do stuff like this.
Yeah, because the not all the rooms have phones. The only place that has phone is the manager's office. So you call the you call the, what's the word I'm looking for, the connection person,
Operator?
Switchboard.
operator. That's what I'm looking for, the switchboard operator, and have them dial over to the motel. And after a few minutes, the phone picks up and you hear Nikolai's gruff voice on the other side. Says, hello?
It's me.
Oh, I should have guessed. What's wrong?
All your new friends are asking about you. Where are you? Well, I guess I know where you are. What are you doing?
I was sleeping.
Well, time to get up.
You need me for something, or are you just wanting to see me?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Where are you?
He said we were going to talk and we still haven't talked.
Pilar says to tell you you were gonna talk with her and you still haven't talked.
I've been a bit busy arranging things you had asked my help for. I'm assuming you're at the laundry joint right now,
Mhm.
right? All right. I'll head over. I'll be there in about 30 or 45 minutes.
See you soon.
All right. Hangs up. So, anything in the meantime, or do we just smash cut to Nikolai showing up?
I don't know if Pilar's gonna wait 45 minutes for him.
What else do you have to do today?
I don't know. What else do we have to do today?
I mean, I think. I
And
think
me and
as
Enza have something to do, but
As Cordelia stepped over to the
Hold up.
phone, it was probably Enza sandwiched between the two cousins, and
Yep.
Sebastian just sitting in stony silence.
Yeah, and Pilar just like looking everywhere but at the other side of the table.
Yeah. Okay.
and then when Nikolai gets her, the whole bar goes, Nikolai!
And we're in our cheers spinoff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Nikolai sits down with all of you and says, "Good afternoon now, I guess, everyone."
It is so good to see you again, Nikolai. I'm so glad you could join us today.
It's good to see. What's wrong? People don't usually greet me like this. This something.
Well, we're friends, Nikolai. I am affronted at the implication that I wouldn't be nice to you.
Yeah, Pilar likes you.
He just looks over to the others at the table. What's happening?
Well, we were talking with Haran about maybe looking into some Draconese stuff, and he mentioned that you might have a plan about that.
I do. Well, some of the people I'd made contact with, I have a small group that might be able to help us. Not a large force by any means, but I was telling Sebastian yesterday that there are some guards around the train yard, and we may need a distraction to get through, or some firepower. And I don't have a lot, but I was able to pull together a small pack of Nurian dissidents, you might say. Ones that aren't very keen on the current regimes. So we spoke last night. It's one of the reasons that I was out so late, and they agreed to help. They want to be paid, but I told them that I'll take care of that. Does that sound fair, or are you not interested? I can tell them to go fuck off if that's what you want.
Yeah, I think that's good, but I mean, you don't have to pay for it all yourself.
If he did the hiring, he can do the paycheck signing.
if they survive.
I assume that there may be some things to sell that the dragons will leave behind. So, assuming that I can take some of that to pay them with, and that's all I need. They were
Oh, I
pretty
see.
well equipped from what I hear on their attack of the tower, so I imagine they have some pretty good equipment.
Or maybe they used it all up in the tower attack.
I'm willing to take that risk. If not, then, well, I'll owe them one.
I'm just confused. You said distraction or firepower? So are we going to send in these people to be doing the shooting and punching and yelling and screaming, or are we doing a distraction and then that, or
I was thinking that they could, they could take out the guards and probably make a big noise, and the rest of us can get into the warehouse that we scouted out and find out what's going on there, confront this Dormeyer, and get to the bottom of all this.
that sounds unusually straightforward for one of the plans that we participate in.
Well, not everything needs to be a complicated plan where we sit here for the next 3 hours trying to come up with the proper strategy. It seems pretty straightforward. It's not a lot to their defenses.
Yeah, it's not like robbing a bank or nothing.
What?
Or
Huh?
nothing.
What? Who said anything about robbing a bank?
No one.
Yeah, no one. Just a euphemism. Obviously.
We definitely don't know anything about that.
I think the euphemism is something about science. Is how it usually goes.
Right.
Anyway, so whenever you're ready to make the move, I'll give them the word. They'll do their thing, and we'll do ours.
All right.
Okay.
The only question I have is, Enza, Cordelia, any chance you could persuade your sponsors? I don't know if that's the right word to...
Friends, please. We made a blood pact.
I don't think friends make blood pacts with each other.
Best
Yeah,
friends do.
We
Not-
never made a blood pact.
You never
Not
asked.
magically binding ones, at least. But see if the dragons took out heads of the city, everyone, I feel like the more firepower, the more backing we have for this play, the better.
Yeah, but it might not. We might have to fight anything. Like, we're just figuring out what's going on.
Well,
We're probably going to have to fight something. I need to just put that out there. It's a bunch of heavily armored dragons. I think that they may not just give over their secrets so easily. I'm
Also-
bringing my gun. I advise the rest of you to do the same.
Of
don't
course, I was
have a
planning
gun.
on bringing it.
I mean, we also blew up a bunch of them with dynamite in a stairwell, so they might remember us.
Not those ones. Those ones are very dead, PLR.
That's so true.
no, they probably don't know us. But I was gonna say, and I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it might not hurt to pitch it. We have both of them send a few people with us. I mean, they're both wanting to get in good, right? No, they want to be in charge of the city. Saviors that defeated the dragons. Not bad to add to a resume.
That's a good point. Yeah,
And if they want to be friends. Well, I don't know if Aya wants to be friends, but I said I'd ask.
Finn. Mr. Trackers did seem very interested. Some sort of agreement between them. So maybe this could be like a test or something. Meow.
What do you want, Clove? Use your words.
This is your bar, Clove.
You can have whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask.
All right. Well, you still need to talk to Aya unless you've already talked to her.
No, next on the list. Sort of regret waiting for you all to show up this morning. Could have been doing
It's not
that.
my fault you didn't enjoy the morning dew and the sunlight and the birds and the smell.
You enjoy getting things done so the whole city doesn't get eaten by dragons.
Who's to say?
Me.
Nikolai says, well, do whatever you need to, but if they're leaving tomorrow, my suggestion would be that we need to hit them tonight.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me along with you to talk to Aya, or do you think you should do that on your own, Cordelia?
Not a bad idea. A trustworthy associate of Finn's wouldn't go unnoticed. And no offense, Enza, but you're really easy to read.
None taken?
She'll trust you if you tell her the truth.
All right. Maybe
Well.
we'll go talk to her then.
It's a date.
And what do you two want to do? Looking at 7 Pila who
What?
are not looking at each other.
I guess quick question for Sean. Do I still feel any kind of lingering exhaustion, or do I feel, just fine?
At this point, after a long rest, you feel okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel fine right now.
Right now.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just thinking Craig should have Clove's Cloak of Protection done.
Yeah.
Trying to think if we can get anything else from him, or I think at this point we kind of want to save up on Essence Gems.
Yeah, if you went to him right now, you might be able to get something around like 9 or 10 o'clock tonight.
Yes.
So
But we also only have 2 gems right now.
Yeah.
So that's just common stuff.
Did we put in the order for Pilar's
I
cloak
was
already?
gonna ask. I thought we got cloves, and then we ordered one for Pilar, and that was the last thing that we spent our gems on. That's why we only have 2
I think
left.
you're right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So you guys probably have to go pick that up.
Which
Fancy
we-
cloak.
I thought maybe once we went weekly, we would remember stuff better.
yeah.
But I'm
We had other
finding
stuff.
I'm finding that's not the case.
So here's what I'm getting then. We're sending Sebastian and Pilar are gonna go pick up Pilar's cloak together.
Shopping.
Well, me and Enzo are going somewhere else, so
Yeah, pretty much. Literally, as soon as Cordelia and Enzo are like, "Oh, do you want to come with me?" Oh yeah, that might not go miss. Pilar's just like staring at the table, like holding.
Or is Pilar going alone into contested territory to pick up her magic item on her own?
Well, I do have a thing to pick up today, so I could do that walking really slow, enjoying the wonderful, beautiful sunlight upon my face this beautiful day.
Are you talking about going to Craig's?
Yeah, I need to go to Craig's and get my thing.
Last I checked, it might be kind of rough around there.
I'll walk really slow and quiet. It's fine. It's just a thing I need to. That's really the only thing on my plate besides Disco Wizard and visiting Guillemar.
Don't be a damn fool, Pilar. I'm gonna make sure you don't get jumped. Not that you can't handle yourself, but don't want anything to happen when we're this close to needing us all at full strength.
Well, don't sound so happy about it.
I'm looking at Enzo like,
Same.
You gotta get your hearing checked, Pilar. Does this sound like your uncle's happy voice to you?
Do you even have a sarcasm monitor? Like, obviously,
so Enzo, we should go ahead and get going. It's a long walk.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this in 2 parts before we get to the Sebastian Pilar's great adventure. So Cordelia and Enza, the 2 of you, are going to speak with Aya to arrange the meeting between her and Finn.
Yeah, so I assume once Enza, I guess yesterday, had said,
Yeah,
we should do this thing, I was like, we should do this thing, I had at least like sent a message like, hey, new business proposition. Let's talk tomorrow.
yeah, that's fine. You set up a meeting.
I'm not just
time.
gonna like show up at her house. Not that I know where that is.
Okay. Yeah, I think you probably meet her, I don't know, maybe in the same place you met her the past couple times over at the potion shop.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What
Forgot
was
about that place.
his name, because I didn't write it
Mike
down.
something?
Yeah,
Mike
Mike
Morowith?
Morowitz.
Morowith. Okay.
More.
I had Mike, and then thank you,
Mike.
Mike Morowith, potion, dad. Okay, is what I put in my notes.
Yeah.
That's how I'll remember.
And as the as the bell rings, which will probably be the last time I get to use this bell sound effect.
Oh no, because Favors is going away.
Yeah,
Aw.
actually, I haven't even tried to use it since. Wait, is it just gone?
Maybe that's why it was
It's
broken.
gone.
Oh, there it is.
Rip.
Did it work?
Yes.
There we go. The bell of the shop door rings, and you step inside to the cozy little. That's not what I wanted.
It's very cozy.
That's the cozy chamber of death. As you step into the cozy shop interior, and standing behind the counter, probably reading a newspaper, and then he flips it down and sees you and says, Mike is standing there and says, "Oh, Cordelia, it's good to see you. I received word you'd be coming by today. How is everything? Doing all right? Do you need to do any shopping while you're here? Or, how can I help?"
I think we're mostly Okay, Enza, you need any supplies,
I'm
anything?
set. I've got a potion that I bought from you before and I haven't had a chance to use it, which is nice, but when I do use it, I will let you know how it goes.
Good. Glad to hear it. If you're here for your meeting, though, you can follow me to the back.
Thanks, Mike.
And he, I think, comes past you and flips the sign to closed, and then walks to and locks the door and heads to the back of the shop. You head into the sort of the workshop behind, and there is the portal once again, or that scrying kind of device in front of you, and he heads over and flips a switch, and the whole thing begins to stir to life, and that water rises up and creates that ripple, and it's blank for a little bit, just this kind of blue liquid in front of you, and after a few moments, this opacity sort of diminishes and clears up, and you see stepping into view Aya Sharp. And she takes out a timepiece and then flips it. She says, "Right on time then. Cornelia, good to see you. And I don't know if we've met before.
Enza.
Enza, that's right. How's everything going, Cordelia?"
Good. To plan, mostly.
So what's this meeting about?
Well, I've got a bit of a proposition that I think you'd like to hear. That is why Enza is here with me.
All right.
Enza works very closely with Finn Stryker, who is very interested in meeting you.
Why is, if you don't mind me asking, why is Finn Stryker interested in meeting with me?
Well, you seem like a very powerful ally to him. And you are potentially moving on some territory that he is also interested in.
That's the key of it then. You can save the corporate BS to me, I get. So he's worried that I'm stepping in on his territory and wants to make a deal. All right.
Perhaps, but yeah, he just wanted to meet with you and maybe figure some sort of agreement.
Well, I can't say that I'm not interested. I could use with some more friends these days. No harm, no foul then. So where and when does he want to meet?
Well, he didn't actually name any specifics.
Of course not.
Yeah, maybe that is up to you. When would you like to meet?
I get the impression he wants to set the meeting on your terms.
How kind of him. Fair enough. Tell him I'll meet him at the I'd like to do it here in West Circle. There's a there's a bakery over on the corner of Oak Street and Fifth Avenue. Not very far from here. I'll meet him there. Alone. And we can discuss the terms of this arrangement.
All right, because yeah, I did forget to mention that he also was interested in meeting alone. So this works out.
Good. Well, is there anything else, Cordelia, other than not to sound flippant? I do appreciate this this offer.
I understand. One more proposition. There is the matter of the dragons that are still outside the city until tomorrow.
I remember you mentioning something about that.
We have a plan to move on them.
Interesting. All right. You're about to ask me if I can lend any help, aren't you?
I'm also about to make a very good argument for why you should.
Let me hear your argument then.
The only argument is that you want to be very powerful in this city, and along with that, it would be very helpful for you to be loved by this city. And no one's going to be more loved than the people who stood up to the oppressors, the invaders, the ones who were seen on the scene fighting back. There was more speech than that, but those are the good bits.
I appreciate you getting to the point. Enza, was it? Correct?
Yes. Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
mind giving us a bit of privacy?
All right. Kind of like looks at Cordelia and then I guess walks back out of the room.
Cordelia, I'm inclined to say yes to your request.
Most
I
people
don't-
are.
You have a way with words. I can't spare any forces to say. So any offer I have to help is going to be more arcane in nature.
Okay.
Fair enough. I assume you've got the manpower to take care of this.
Enough.
All right. I can give you some supplies to help with. But here's my counter offer and what I would want out of this situation. As much as the spiel on being loved by the city was very appealing, and I think you'd have a stunning career in theater outside of this, but I'm more interested in, well, the dragons themselves. You bring me anything interesting they have. And, well, do you think that brass son of a bitch is still around? The one that, tore down the bloody tower?
Possibly.
Kill it for me. And, we'll recover the remains. Think you can handle that?
If anyone can. It's me.
All right then. I'll have Mike give you what you need for all this, and see how it goes.
Okay. Well, a pleasure, as always.
Likewise. Happy hunting. And the ripple vanishes.
Okay.
Enzo's just like walking around the shop, kind of like looking at some of the bottles and things, and was like, I don't know what this does. But it looks cool. How'd it go?
Good. Good. Supplies incoming. And we arranged a meeting, so also very good. And Aya wants us to kill the dragon.
No shit. But, all right. Did you say why? I mean, I guess it'd be good to not have to worry about a dragon, but I think it was leaving anyways.
There's a lot of magic in a dragon.
That's true. Pretty powerful creatures.
So, there's that.
Yeah, that's something.
It is. It feels
Well.
like a challenge at this point, and I don't know if I can say no.
Right. Well, hopefully we do not die trying to rise to this challenge.
Well, in Aya's defense, she wants me to kill the dragon if... I suppose if you all didn't want to go.
We're not going to let you take on a dragon by yourself. I mean, you probably could, but
You don't have to pretend to flatter me.
I don't know. You got some
Very
great
good
magic.
illusions. Can make a fake dragon very well. Well, I would love nothing more than to have you at my back.
I got you. So I guess we need to go talk to Finn now. Let him know that she's gonna meet him.
I would love to meet Finn Striker. By the way,
Yeah, he's an interesting fellow.
I've heard.
Bit chilly.
Nothing I can't handle.
All right.
Mike!
Okay, so Mike gets a message from Aya, and he provides you with a couple of things. He provides you with 5 potions of fire resistance.
Make a list.
And 1 potion of heroism.
Okay.
I don't know what that does. I'm excited to find out.
Now we're cooking. I assume it does the same thing as a spell.
It gives you, for 1 hour for drinking it, you gain
So-
10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. And for the same duration, you're under the effects of the Bless spell.
Oh,
So you have to add a
That's-
D4 to.
So not the spell.
Hmm.
interesante.
All right.
As usual,
Pretty
Mike.
fancy colors.
All right. Guess we go talk to Finn now.
Yeah. We go to wait. Did I write it down? I feel like I wrote it down. Where are my notes? I don't know where it's written down. I know I wrote it down somewhere. The name of the accounting
The
firm.
accounting firm.
Let's go there.
So it was Nelson and Nelson.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that quickly, and then we'll get to, and we'll, before we go to break, we'll end with Pilar and Sebastian.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is Finn Striker cute?
Well, as you walk down the steps of the basement, Galric leading you ahead, this very overweight, fiendish man, and he, as you descend the steps, you get that same like cold breeze and the like frigidness, Cordelia, that hits you. A little bit unfamiliar. Enza, you're a little more prepared for it. The door opens and it's that same basement, everything kind of pushed aside, the table in the center with the light hanging above it, and the other side, Finn Striker. This time he is not wearing, his coat is draped over a chair to the side. He's wearing a blue suit with white pinstripes. The jacket hanging over the armchair. He's got like suspenders, also blue, wearing a white shirt, doesn't have a tie on currently. Is a pretty attractive guy. I think he's a bit thin, with a bit like kind of slender, narrow build. He has hair that is slicked back, very kind of pale skin, and piercing blue, like crystalline blue eyes. But yeah, I think he would qualify as an attractive gentleman. And
Oh, he's cute.
Yes, he gives a smile as you come down the steps, Enza, and he says, "Oh, how good to see you, Enza, and you brought company.
I did.
Please, both of you, come in, make yourselves at home."
Excellent. Finn, this is Cordelia, one of my friends, and
He stands up from the table and holds out a hand to shake yours, and he says, "A pleasure."
It's all mine.
Do you shake his hand?
Yes.
Okay, it is like gripping a block of ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like hugging my mom when I was little.
Colder than that, like not like cold, like undead, but cold as in like
Actively cold.
Yeah, like his body is like absorbing heat, almost like touching like dry eye. I mean, not like painful and stuff, but it's almost to the point of painful to touch him.
Cool. I don't flinch.
Okay. And he says, "Well, I can only assume this has something to do with the business we discussed yesterday."
Indeed it is. We went and talked with Lady Aya, and she is willing to meet with you alone at a bakery later today if you are willing to still meet.
Sounds perfect. I assume you're here as a representative of Aya Sharp.
I am her associate. Enza came to our meeting, so.
Well, thank you for helping to arrange this.
Of course.
Well, is there anything else I need to know?
Yes, so we were also looking into the Draconisi a little bit. We heard of a spot that they might be, and we were gonna go figure out what brought them here and maybe take on a dragon. So
Dragon, all right.
Big old brass dragon.
Oh, brass dragon. It wouldn't be the same one that attacked the city, would it?
It most likely is.
Interesting. Well, seeing as you are bringing up this subject and you've accomplished the task that I've given you, I assume you're about to ask for help.
Yeah, yes, that would be accurate. We there are ourselves and another group who are looking to act in this, but any support you might be able to give would be appreciated.
Aya has provided some assistance.
I'm sure she has. And I'm assuming since you went to her first that she's already claimed all the good bits that could come out of this arrangement.
Well, she's not a patient woman.
Well, I suppose if that's what you're asking for as compensation for your services here today, Enza, then I can certainly provide you with some help.
All right. I appreciate that, sir.
Of course. One moment. And he walks back like around the table to the other side of the room, and there are a couple like chests and containers and stuff around there. And he walks from like one to one very deliberately, just kind of staring at it for a moment. He goes, here we go. And he flips one open and pulls out an object from one of them and walks back over to you. And it is about the size of like a baseball and wrapped very tightly in like white linen. And he says, I don't have much that might be able to help in the realm of destroying a dragon. I haven't encountered a dragon in ages, but this might be able to help you. And he hands it over to you, Enza.
Okay.
And it just feels like, I mean, it's got some heft to it. It feels like a stone of some sort wrapped in like this linen cloth. And he says, if you, or when you encounter this creature, should you need some assistance, just break.
All right.
Easy enough?
Yeah, that's very straightforward.
Good.
Just break it, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Is there anything else I can help with?
No, I think this will be good. Thank you, sir.
Of course. Like I said, we're partners in this, and I want to do my fair share to help. So, if there's anything else, and of course, best of luck in all of this, and I hope it's quick and painless for you. Maybe not the dragon.
Yeah. Same.
Well, once you return, we'll discuss further arrangements, and I'll let you know how our meeting goes, though, of course, I'm sure that I will contact you as well.
All right.
I do hope it all goes well, Mr. Stryker. I would so look forward to working with you in the future.
Likewise. Well, if you don't mind, I have some business to get back to, but I do appreciate your company, and I hope we get to speak more very soon. So he waits and stands as you both exit, and goes back to his business. So, with your aid in hand, you head back to, I assume, the laundry joint to wait for Pilar and Seb to return.
Yeah. If Enzo will let me, I want to know what that thing is.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
it's probably like maybe.
Yeah, just at some point.
Yeah, we'll get to that one.
I don't know what it is.
When we get back. But before that happens, Pilar and Seb, the two of you, have a awkward walk to Arlington Antiquities. And my assumption, I don't want to read too much into it, is that you guys are probably not doing a lot of talking along the way initially.
Yeah, I don't think Sebastian's gonna start the conversation.
How does he act, though?
He's, they're walking along, probably still relatively, probably still side by side, not doing the escort thing they were doing at the park the other night, but, is just constantly keeping an eye out everywhere except, right next to him. But just making sure, because I think we might have to wander through some territory that is potentially contested. I forget which territory Craig's store is in.
I have absolutely no idea where Craig's store is.
It's in West Circle somewhere.
It's in West Circle Central District.
Okay.
Near the library or the university.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe it's relatively clear today, but just keeping an eye out, making sure, no one tries anything in the middle of the day.
Okay.
I think Pilar also doesn't say anything for like a really long time, and pretty much like when they're almost there, she's just like,
Look, I'm sorry, okay?
About what in particular?
What do you think?
It would just be nice to actually hear someone being forthright lately.
I'm sorry that our conversation last night didn't go well. I'm sorry that I couldn't answer your questions. And... I'm sorry for keeping something from you.
Yes, well, Cece did remind me that whatever it is, you're probably not doing it to hurt me. So,
Yeah, that's what I tried to say. And I'm not, just to be super clear on that.
yeah, but it's still not... No. We grew up together, we've known each other our whole lives. I tell you basically everything, and then I find out, my best friend has been hiding a pretty major secret, especially in regards to me.
I told you what I could tell you about it.
Sebastian, you said you were keeping an eye out while you guys are talking and walking. You hear some footsteps shuffling behind you guys.
I will kind of, as we're still talking, just glance over my shoulder a little more, see what's up.
Okay, you see two figures in pretty nice clothing, wearing almost like suits. Coming up, one of them's like kind of a portly looking fellow, a little bit shorter than the others, like taller and more spindly. And he's kind of in a huff, almost like half jogging, but trying to maintain a good posture walking as he's approaching up to the two of you. And at that moment, he clears his throat and he says,
We are in the middle of something.
You wouldn't by any chance be affiliated with the Aya Sharp faction, would you?
Which faction is that?
You've been spotted by some others around here as collaborating with those traitors.
Which family is that? Sebastian, which family is that?
She was one of the Calvert lieutenants and is apparently kicking what's her name's ass. Pulling up who is the actual
Lila Calvert.
Apparently Lila's ass in terms of maintaining a foothold on West Circle.
How dare you say such blasphemy, sir?
Sorry, I didn't think she was a religious figurehead to you people.
He says the Calverts are so much more than that, and he pulls on the fingers of his gloves and he throws one of his gloves at the ground at your feet, and he says, for your actions, the actions of your compatriots, I Dungus Wiggleby, and you punch him in the face.
So I was just like,
Oh,
he's
God!
sweaty.
Oh God!
He just threw Suede on the ground.
As he's like in pain, like holding onto his nose, he staggers backwards, and then he like wipes the blood, and he says, "I challenge you for the honor of the Calbit family. Have at you!" And he draws a wand from his hip, and his companion does the same. And we're gonna go ahead and take our break here before we have our wizard duel. All right.
I can't believe we're finally having a wizard duel and I'm not even there.
I just want everyone to, I just want to be super clear, Pilar. I was just like, he threw Suede on the ground. She's like, really?
That is mahogany.
She is shook. That is exactly.
All right. We'll be back in a little bit, guys. So stay tuned. And welcome back, everyone. So, as we left off, Pilar and Sebastian were getting challenged to a duel on the streets of West Circle. So let's deal with that. Sure. So what's going to happen is you have facing down two individuals, one with a bloody nose now, standing across from me, both of them drawing wands, about to level some serious magical firepower in your direction. So what I'm going to need the two of you to do is, again, specifying the rules because we've only done this a couple times, and Lindsay, I've been here for the last one. You can either make a strength or dexterity check if you're kind of a martial fighter, or you can make if you're a spellcaster or warlock, you can make a check using your spellcasting modifier. And the DC for the check is going to be equals 8 plus the number of characters participating. So it's a DC 10 check for the two of you. However, the people that you're facing are no laughing matter.
Aren't they?
Well, no laughing matter in a more mechanic sense. The target number you guys are trying to reach right now is a 12 for the two of them. So you guys are both going to roll, and basically the two of you combined need to exceed the 10 by a total of 12. But anyway, go ahead and roll, and we'll get
So I just do a base charisma check.
Yep, just a base charisma check.
Don't heck me. Nope, that's a 10.
That is also a 10.
Ooh.
Oh no, if only we were better like emotionally prepared and like on the same wavelength right now.
Well, so you both succeed on the check, but you don't exceed it, so you don't get any points for it, which means you're going to have to burn up to 12 points of stuff to get through the fight.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so 1 point is 5 HP, 1 level of spell slot, or 5 ammunition, or something else. I know, like Sebastian, you did key point last time. I allow that.
We actually said the exchange rate for key points was.
I thought it was 2. It might have been 3.
I think 2 sounds good.
So I mean, I could easily burn 6 key and just get through this.
I want to help.
Yeah, I'll say I'm going to limit the amount of key that you can spend on that, because that's a resource that comes back on a short rest. So that's a little bit, I think that kind of subverts the system a bit. So I'll say you can spend 2 key points to cancel out up to 4 points here. So
Okay.
So that puts you down to 8 left to spend.
So we need.
So you could do 8 levels of spell slots, which I think you have 3rd level spell slots
or
now.
you guys could spend some hit points.
That's a lot. I will take some harm.
Okay. 1 cost point is 5 HP.
Ouch. I will take 1. Okay, so we gotta get to 8. All right, so 1 tally mark is 5 HPs.
Yeah.
I will also spend.
So down here's down to 7.
I will do 2 first level spells.
Okay, so now you're down to 5.
I can do. I'll take 15 hit points.
Down to 2.
1, 2. Wait, 3. Okay. Wait, so where'd the key come in? Oh, well, that was the 4. That's right.
Yeah.
Jeepers creepers. I guess I'll take more freaking harm.
I mean, I could go to 20 hit points.
No, I'll take 10. It's fine. And then I still need 1 more. Ugh.
No, if you took 10, that you'd be even.
If you took
That'd be
10
less.
more.
I
Or
took
just
10.
If you took 10 total, are you taking 10
10
total? Okay, so that's 1 more.
Yeah. And I'll do another first level spell.
Okay, perfect.
Bonkers. So
All right.
set.
Okay.
We should have rolled better.
I know. I'm just.
So-
I love this. It's perfect. Like Pilar's like, this isn't going to be a thing. Ouch.
As they level their magic at you and you at them, how do you guys describe this? What do you guys do to overpower these goons?
Well, I want to know how they harm me.
I think that in their like panic or in oh god, I already forgot his name. In Dungus's pain, I think he just immediately levels his like strongest spell at the two of you. So this like blast of cold comes like shrieking out in front of him. The two of you dodge out of the way of the attack, but it does like lay into you pretty well, and dealing a little bit of damage.
I will.
And as he's recovering, you have a chance to counter.
I will return with a backhand, a fiery backhand, a rebuke, you might say, a hellish one.
Okay, yeah. So you send a wave of flame that crashes down on them in return. And
I feel like Pilar's just cussing.
Yeah.
Like this whole time.
Sebastian, what do you do?
After the initial salvo, just going to do as much as he can to harry them and keep them from getting off any big spells again. So, flurries of blows in there, bouncing back and forth between the two of them.
Okay, so yeah, I think and you catch them off guard with the retaliation with the fire, and Sebastian, you launch yourself into the fray and just begin to wail on them, and these two are not totally equipped for physical conflict, and I think Dungus is yelling. He says, "I said a wizard duel," and as you're just like punching him.
Don't worry, I'm using magic, and I'll just like keep healing Sebastian.
Don't bring a wand to a fist fight.
So I think you get them on the ropes, and they start to run away. Do you let them run, or do you chase after them?
Or do we murder them in cold blood on the sidewalk?
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
No, I don't think we murder them. I think Sebastian is gonna whip out the whip and try and just get one last lick on them before they go.
Okay, they begin to run away as they realize their magic is failing them, and you whip and it strikes at, I think it hits Dungus in the back, and he goes, "Oh!" As it hits him, and he...
At the same moment, I cast Prestidigitation on one of their foreheads. It says "loser."
Okay. As they both go sprinting down the street, bloody and torn and disgraced. Well done. You succeed.
That was harder than I thought, but I mean, we are a great team, so of course.
Sebastian just spits out blood onto the sidewalk and let's keep going.
Feels.
We can rest at Craig's shop.
Pet.
Okay. You pick up Pilar's cloak from Craig. And then go meet up with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I model it. I put it on. I'm like, oh, it looks so good. It has like that whole unnecessary moment, and then we go back.
Sure. Okay. I'm just trying to get to a dragon fight, so you guys can stop and do whatever you want.
And then I want to go get some street tacos.
Okay.
I mean, I think we do take a short rest at Craig's to rest
That's
up.
fair. You guys can take a short rest. Roll your respective hit dice and recover your
Sweet.
resources.
I have a question. Do Bardic Inspiration count as a resource in these things?
Potentially, yeah. I'd probably do the same thing I would for the key points, where it's something you could spend a limited amount of because of getting back on a short rest.
Do I get them back on a short rest?
You only get that at a higher level.
Oh, is it?
Initially, they're a long
Oh.
rest, I think.
I'm not sure.
I do get them back on a short rest, though.
Oh, I thought that was inspiration.
What? Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so yes, if you get them back on, if they're a short rest resource, then I'd probably limit it just for the sake of fairness. If it's a long rest resource, then
Yeah.
So I
at
shouldn't have
Bar's
leveled
level,
up.
You get them on a short rest.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just saying it's a higher level. I should know what level.
Yeah. 5.
Well, there you go.
There
Is
you go.
Pilar doing a song of rest as we're resting?
I, of course, will do a Song of Rest. Basically, Pilar does this cute little nonsense song about how awesome they are and how the Sotos always win. And, like, it's, like, what weaves in some, like, past, like, nonsense histories that families do. They're like, your great, great, great uncle, Tim, once found a mine by falling down a mine shaft because he was super, like, just these stupid stories. She just does a nonsense story
Okay,
in song form.
perfect. Okay, so let's go and cut forward to all of you back at the launcher joint and begin.
How about you guys?
I'm still figuring out my hit points, Sean. Honestly.
Well, math faster.
I'm sorry.
apparently align ourselves with Aya did not go unnoticed. Got assailed by...
Ourselves?
We are associated with associates of Aya, and got assaulted by some dingus named Dungus, who demanded satisfaction for impugning his mistress's honor.
Do I know him?
Fungus.
Yeah, maybe you're familiar with the Wingleby family and their close ties with the Calpits. And they have like an older son named Dungus who's trying to make a name for himself.
Well, I bet he regretted that. Tangling with you two.
Yeah, no, we totally like sent them packing, and also I put like loser on one of their foreheads. It was really funny.
Good.
It's gonna last for an hour.
He deserves it.
Sebastian readjusts his duster to hide some of the blood that got on his shirt.
Pilar surreptitiously just like prestidigitates some more makeup over like some scratches on her face, like some burns. Cold burn.
Well, apparently we have to kill the dragon now.
What?
Okay. Wow, Enza.
What? What? What?
I just didn't want to beat around the bush about it.
Clearly.
I mean, you say that like you weren't planning on telling us that, Cordelia?
I was planning on making a better statement than apparently we have to kill the dragon now.
So why do we have to kill the dragon now?
Well,
And which dragon?
The shithead that burned up the city. The big one.
The one that put you all to sleep
Mm-hmm.
and ate my bird
Mm-hmm.
and tore open a wrought steel security window on
Mhm.
top of a bit skyscraper.
To be clear, we don't. I do.
Oh, good. That's such a relief.
And how are you going to do that by yourself, Cordelia?
Not what I meant. Just saying, not a requirement. It's not like the entire squad over here is gonna die if we don't, but Aya would very much like for me to kill the dragon. Me
Why?
specifically. So if it doesn't get killed, that's on me.
But
Not on all of you.
But why? Why though?
There's lots of magic in a dragon.
Yeah.
And she wants it. And told her I'd help her get it.
So she did give us stuff to help us out.
She did.
Oh.
And
Oh.
So did Finn.
Oh?
Oh yeah.
Cordelia, were you ever able to figure out what that is?
Was I? Able to?
Yes. Yes, you were. So what, you just cast Identify on it?
Yeah, I can do it as a ritual, so I just pew.
Okay. It is a summoning stone.
Cool. Anything
boy.
else?
You don't know what it summons, but you know that breaking it would probably summon something.
Okay, well, yeah, Mr. Striker gave us this summoning stone. Don't know what it summons, but Enzo, if you break it,
Mm-hmm.
it'll summon something. Hopefully good.
Yeah. All right. Big kind of somethings?
Don't know. I mean, do you know what Finn likes? I would imagine it's like a demon or something.
Yeah, I figure. Because I hope it's not like another Bahir or something. I guess we will find out.
I mean, he seemed pretty sure it would fight with us, right? Maybe it's just like some
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, maybe it's...
It's gonna summon
Ow.
something friendly-ish, we think.
I am wholly relieved by this news.
Good. Also, we got some potions.
I do love a good potion.
Huh.
You know what else I love? Fashion. Look at my new stole. Look at it. I
You
look
look
so good.
very good.
Thank you.
Those look nice.
So
Thank you.
I have to go fight a dragon. Mixed in with the rest of the plan. Well, I guess I don't have to, technically.
Maybe
But-
if we're lucky, the dragon's already there. Same spot.
Maybe it's already dead.
Hey!
Anyway, I'm
Maybe.
gonna go fight a dragon, I guess.
I'll come
So
too.
we should work that into the plan.
I'll go fight the dragon with you. By fight the dragon with you, I mean do my best to chronicle the adventure.
Great. Well,
Of course
Anne's
I will.
already said she would come. So
Well, then I guess I have to go.
What about you, Seb? You want to go punch a dragon?
yeah, Sebastian, you maybe want to contribute to this conversation about me going to fight a dragon?
Please?
Y'all aren't as smart as you look if you think you have to ask if I'm coming with. As he downs another shot.
Let's do that. One round.
And I think
We all
coming,
drink our grog.
yeah, as you're having your drinks, coming down the stairs, Nikolai shows up too, and says, "Well, is everybody ready then?"
Born ready.
I think so. We made some preparations, and you got your guys, and
I do. They're in position. I just need to give the signal, and they'll make their move, and then we can all move in and hopefully not die.
Oh! Mage armor.
Okay.
Anyway, 7 levels of wizard, and one day I'll remember to do that, like, up front.
I mean, this is pretty upfront.
I'm like, you just did.
yeah, you're remembering now.
For the first time. Also, I'm
Sebastian will
gonna...
just start telling you when he sees you in the morning.
Please do.
Did you mage armor today?
Just
to make a praise
Are
of
you
it.
wearing your mage armor? No.
Oh, you're just naturally beautiful and sparkly.
Oh,
Also, I guess I'm gonna pass out these fire resistance potions.
Ooh! These are from Aya?
Oh, yeah. From Mike, but on
Who's
her
Mike?
command.
Okay.
Do you know? I think you probably know Mike.
Ah, yes, Mike!
I'm trying to remember if Pilar was there because I know Seb's been
It's
there.
we've been friends for 10 years. I think you probably know Mike.
Ah, yes, that's Mike. I like him. He's very-
Okay.
So
we
I'll give
good on that?
everybody one of those. I got 5. Yeah, that seems right. 1, 2, 3,
Wonderful.
4, and Nikolai can have one.
Okay. And who's taking the other potion?
Potion of heroism.
Going to give it to Sebastian.
Okay.
Unless anyone would really like it.
Nah.
Okay, I gave it to Sebastian.
Okay. All right. So it was potioned out.
And then also I buy everyone a round of shots.
Okay.
start the night off good.
And by buy them, I mean I take them because I'm sure Clove will let me. Thanks, Clove.
Thanks, Clove.
Yeah, I'm sure Chloe would let you. She's not going to charge you guys. You guys are friends. Okay. So everything's set up here. Any other preparations that need to be made? Make it.
Could pull Nikolai aside for a sec.
Sure. As everybody else is having their drinks and stuff, says, Enzo, what's up?
Yeah, and maybe this isn't the best time, but we got paid for that job you helped me out with, and I want to make sure you got your cut of it.
Oh, no, that was a favor for a friend. I don't need any payment for that.
You sure? You kind of jumped in there and risked yourself.
No, I'm sure it'll all shake itself out in the wash. It's fine. That was your job. I did very little in all of that. All I had to do was walk inside the building and stand near a window. So, no.
All right.
I'll let you know if I need something else later on, or maybe you can help me out with a job in the future.
All right.
There we go. All right, let's do this then. And Nikolai grabs his jacket and heads up the stairs, and the rest of you head out too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you reach the top of the steps, I think you try to decide. You guys don't have a car.
We should get one of those.
You do probably. That would.
You've
be
stolen
good.
like 2 and given them up both times.
Yeah.
They
So-
were
Just a
very
car.
noticeable vehicles.
I know.
So, like Reservoir Dogs taking the train, you make your way to the edge of the city, and reach a point where you're close enough. I think it's kind of on the outskirts of the southern border of Gothford proper. There are streets and buildings and stuff along the way, but the larger, denser areas of woods scattered about, a little more overgrown, and there are some main roads leading over towards that kind of follow parallel to the trains. But as you maybe taking a taxi at this point, you reach probably about a mile out from where the train station is going to be, and Nikolai has the driver pull over. You all filter out and begin walking your way, crunching through the underbrush towards the train station. And I think you reach let me get some more dramatic music. It's a little more cavey than I like, but we'll just go with this for now.
Sean, just a quick question. I had that dragon book as I read through. Does it mention anything about the kind of stuff brass dragons do, whether or not they might be fans of fire breath or something like that?
Yes.
Yes. I'll give you from the book. The brass dragons are fire akin. They do use fire breath. That you've also seen firsthand. They use a sleep breath as well.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that sleep breath.
Mm-hmm.
That they can
Well, half the
alternate.
party is immune to the sleep breath.
Yes, but not the
yes.
right half of the party.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
And they also, dragons have an innate sort of like magical kind of fear-based aura that they kind of exude. Talks about that. But otherwise, it's a big thing that hits things and don't get hit by it more than anything else. Claws and teeth, and gives very detailed descriptions of their claws and teeth and how they are used to rend things asunder. So,
Are they serrated? Are they hooked? Are they...
They're terrible.
anyone who got close enough to find out isn't around anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
You probably know
yeah.
a few things. I'm like supplementing what the book, what he remembers from the book. Also, as we drive up, I would like to use my primeval awareness to sense for the dragons.
Okay.
I think it's primeval awareness. Let me look. Yes. So I spend a minute of concentrating, and I sense whether they are present within 5 miles of me.
Okay. You concentrate and very quickly you get a sense that there is a dragon within that radius.
Okay.
What's the general direction and distance in miles?
Yeah, is it like where we're heading or somewhere else?
Is it now? I'm trying to remember. So this one gives you the distance and direction.
Let's
Yes.
see.
Last sentence of the second to last paragraph.
Are
Oh,
you
yeah.
the ranger? Am I asking you?
Well, I clicked the thing, so it's in chat.
Thank you.
But yes, it is thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Ranger buddy. I'm a newbie to being a ranger.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, distance and direction. Yeah, you get one about a mile away, and in the direction you're heading.
Well, there's still definitely a dragon here in the city. So that's good news, I guess.
Cool. Let's get going then.
All right. You reach a point where through the woods you begin to see some structure ahead, and Nikolai kind of motions for everyone to stop as he kind of ducks behind a tree, and you can see this fence that surrounds a complex embedded in the woods. And as you've been following the road and the railroad track kind of veers off from the road a bit, and you can see that it cuts through this this forest towards this large structure. And maybe faintly from your direction, you can see there are some people, looks to be like walking the perimeter of the fence. And Nikolai motions and says, I think those are the guards that we were talking about before. It's difficult to see in the darkness here, but when I was here last time, I saw some Dragonborn that were patrolling the perimeter. So I can give my signal if we're ready to move in. My suggestion would be to follow the tracks. There's no gate there, so we can get into the compound unhindered, and hopefully my guys will have led any guards to the other side of the complex.
Perfect.
All right. And he says, there's a large building you'll be able to see once we enter. That's the one we're heading towards. That's where I think, if there's a dragon in there, I think it'll be in that building. And Nikolai reaches into his jacket and he pulls out a gun, but doesn't look exactly like a gun or that it's a flare gun is what I'm trying to say. I couldn't think of a way to describe it. He pulls out a flare gun from his jacket and angles it through some openings in the trees and fires it, and you see there's this almost blinding flash of red light for a second as it fires into the air, and you can hear some shouting from the guards in the complex, and almost immediately is followed by a roar and some snarling as you can hear what sound like some large bestial creatures cutting through the trees to the south of you.
Heck.
And the guards begin to fire in their direction, and you can see the guards being sort of drawn towards this snarling and howling in that way as the distraction is now taking effect, and the and Nikolai begins to run towards the tracks.
Could I have cast Pass Without a Trace on us?
Yes, you definitely can do that. That will definitely be effective, because I was going to ask you all to make a stealth check.
Okay. Yeah, maybe right before he sets it off, I'm going to do that.
Huh?
Is this the first time we've seen Enza do magic?
The
first time I've seen Enza do
No, I think she's done this before.
I think
just
she's done
wasn't
this.
here. Got it.
Yeah. Or you
Yeah.
weren't paying attention. One of the two. No, I think you were just.
I made a magic wolf once, and then it died the next round.
I wasn't.
It was very good.
It died very quickly, though.
Okay, so yeah. So stealth.
Yep.
You have plus 10 to that, guys.
Well, I'd rolled that well with the quick combat. That is 34 stealth.
29.
I have a 27.
Okay.
And 25. Yeah. Yes, 25.
All right. You were never here.
Sneaky snake.
I guess I need to make one for Nikolai.
Nikolai,
do it,
if you
Nikolai.
hack this up, I swear all of my squinting will.
He's going somewhere else.
Dexterity, no proficiency in step.
Nope, I remember this from
We
before.
got a
He's
1.
I can't believe
Oh,
it. He's gonna
no.
die and he didn't even say goodbye to me.
Okay, so Nikolai did roll a 1.
Oh, buddy. So you have 11, right?
Well, no, he has a +3.
Okay.
So that'll put it to 14.
Okay.
The guards have a passive perception.
Of bad.
Somewhere. I don't think it's great, actually, now that I'm...
They're actually terrible guards.
Perfect.
Well, just their standard guard in D&D does not really have a great passive perception.
You would think
but
they
that's
would
not
have that
really-
one thing.
You think so? You think
You
that would
would.
be their one good skill, but it's
Yeah.
not. I'm looking for half dragon. There we go. But these are not basic guards, and they have a passive perception of 12.
Perfect.
So Nikolai beats it just barely.
Oh, boy.
I think Pilar just stares and then just like looks at whoever's near. Just like, what?
Yeah, I think he stumbles on the tracks as you guys are entering through the gates of the complex, or the gap where the train tracks run through. And there's a couple of train tracks that like intersect here and run into this train yard. And there are there's lots of cover around here because there's lots of train cars that are kind of parked throughout, that not on like the active railing. And you can hear the gunfire that's going off on the other side of the complex, and you can hear some people running around and yelling over there, but nobody seems to pay attention to you. Nikolai, I think, clips his like one of the there's like an open door to one of the train car containers. He hits it and he lifts up this like whoa, 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 like rumbling noise of it as he hits it, and he freezes for a second, but nobody seems to react. And he goes, well, I'm not used to the just keep going, and you run towards the big warehouse building.
Isn't he an undercover cop?
Yeah, but he's not the quietest.
It means something a little different on the force. He's always been a little bit too burly for the finesse work.
I heard that.
Good.
As you reach the large warehouse, you kind of cut off to the right, away from the gunfire. This big brick building, probably like 80 feet across, and like 40 feet high. And there is a set of big, like 20-foot by 20-foot double like metal doors that stand here, and then there are for like big like shipping containers to come through, and then a couple of smaller doors around the side too. And Nikolai comes up to the smaller door and stops, and he pulls out from his jacket a sawed-off shotgun. And he kind of stands. He stands for a minute, breathing a little bit heavily. He says, "All right, you ready?"
I cast heroism at 3rd level on Cordelia and Enza and Sebastian.
Okay.
Does what again?
Let me click it. Nope. Okay, it's fine. A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns.
Oh.
Okay. So for Sebastian, is everybody taking their potions, by the way?
Yeah, fire resistance.
Yes.
Trying to think if I want to do the heroism potion now. I may hold it until this spell drops then.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. So the heroism would stack. You'd get the D4. You just get the higher. So basically the way this would work is you'd start with the 10 temporary hit points. Once those were gone, or once you got below 4, or is it 4 that you get? Or 5 you get. Once you got below 5, then at the start of your turn, you'd get you start getting that
The
5.
disrespect.
You get to keep the higher ones, though.
Yes.
I'd allow that. So if you wanted to go ahead and take the potion, it's not going to have a negative effect.
Then yeah, I'll probably take it because it lasts for an hour anyway. So
Yeah.
Sebastian's double fisting potions.
I know. I mean, you can hold on to it for the next dragon you fight, but if you want to take it now, I should have made some of these patent potions, but no, I'm not going to do that. That would be too much fun. You.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't
we have
worry.
patent potions.
I was gonna say,
We
don't
all
worry.
are.
We'll use the ones we have.
All right, you all down your potions and get set up for the raid boss, and then
Then we get stuck at the loading screen.
Oh, heck.
I got disconnected from the server.
wrong game. So Nikolai pushes open the door, which leads right into the main store, like warehouse. As you all come running in, you there are some rafters with like some like offices kind of towards the top of the warehouse. There's some stairs leading up to them. You can see the rafters of the supported ceiling here, metal girders supporting the frame of it, and then a bunch of boxes and other storage containers kind of scattered about. But in the center of the warehouse, there is maybe not a glow, but a reflective sheen of brass, as a massive brass dragon is coiled in the center of this room. And it begins to stir. What do you do?
Dormire, I've come to bargain.
All right.
Pilar just under breath. I wish Hogarth was here. I wish Hogarth was here. I really wish Hogarth was here.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Oh, okay.
What are you gonna cast?
Oh no! Just right before everything pops off, I would like to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Okay. I mean, you can do that now if you want.
Well, it only lasts a minute.
Oh, lasts for 1 minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I'm gonna wait.
Okay, so you prepare to cast that. As the brass scales of this dragon begin to kind of clink together, and this rattling as the head looms up out of the darkness, and its reflective, kind of sagging eyes stare out at you through cutting through the darkness. It locks eyes on you, and it says, Bargain for what?
Whether you want this to be quick and painless, or we beat the shit out of you.
Behind Sebastian, we are spreading out.
Okay.
Just
I
so
assume
we're not all standing here.
Yeah, Pilar just goes, good job. That was really cool.
Dormire says, I didn't realize that I had ordered out for lunch today.
Oh no. You gonna make us a snack?
You don't want to eat me. I'm too salty. Bad for your blood pressure.
The dragon begins to rise up off the ground and says, I am so tired. Let's get this over quickly then. And begins to let it in, kind of breathe in deeply, preparing for a breath attack. Let's go ahead and roll initiative then, as the boss fight begins.
Oh,
You know you can play actual music, right?
No, that's
more
I'm gonna do
fun.
the sound effects for
Oh,
this.
good, okay.
Yes.
I thought-
The initiative tracker, please.
Do I get to cast my spell before?
Yeah, I'll let you
That-
cast it before.
Okay, good.
We're preparing an action. There was some dialogue going on. It's
Do
good. So
I
love
got some
that.
good initiative.
I want some very epic music. No.
Please don't suck. Please
I'm
don't
just
suck.
glad we're fighting something at this
Oh,
point.
Pilar.
And then click on that. Did you do it right?
Oh,
Yes.
I got an 8.
Lindsay, you've got to start rolling real dice with the rest of us.
I used to did, but now my dice is not around me.
Okay. I'm gonna pop. Let's do a couple of things. I'm gonna move over this page.
Oh, no, we're going off map.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm not moving.
Oh, I got
I'm just
excited.
moving the enemy
Oh, okay.
over onto your map.
Also,
Oh,
we
great.
very clearly said that we're not bunched up, right?
I said
Yes,
out
you did.
loud, yes.
Yes.
That we spread out. Oh, he's so regal looking.
I don't have a token for
Yeah, he's really
Nikolai.
cool.
Yeah, he is really cool.
Well,
I
I'll wait.
have to kill it.
Yes. Well,
I mean, that's
I
up to you
do.
guys. So let me go ahead and roll for Nikolai.
Oh, no.
Initiative.
Forgot
20.
about him already.
Nice.
Nice, buddy.
And then roll for the
Then
Reagan.
Dragon.
Rolls an 8.
Haha!
Twinsies!
I rolled
Um,
twice that.
I assume your dexterity is high. What's your dexterity, Pilar?
+2.
Okay, then you're higher than the dragon. Okay.
He's a slow boy.
Well,
Still
yeah.
a fire boy.
He's a sleepy boy.
Okay, so
Sleepy fire
this,
boy.
we'll begin. Sebastian, you're going to go first. Sebastian, you go.
Okay. Just for clarification, what size is he in terms of would I be able to grapple him to any effect?
No, huge dragon.
Okay, huge. Good to know.
I want something more epic than this. Sorry, continue.
I still haven't gotten a chance to use my fun grappling stuff, but it's okay. Not this day. So Sebastian's just gonna run up as it's drawing in for a breath attack and just uppercut it in the jaw.
Oh my gosh, sock him in the jaw!
Okay, go punch a dragon.
Yep. I'm gonna punch a dragon. Oh, that's a nat 1 for the first attack.
Oh no.
Not gonna hit, surprisingly.
Gonna come around second attack using the cane, two-handed like a quarterstaff. That's a second nat 1. Switching dice.
Okay.
Let's see, just gonna go ahead and regular bonus action unarmed strike it. I talked a big game, and now I'm right up next to a dragon. That's better. That's 17.
That will not hit.
Or oh no, I add the D4 because of bless.
Yes, you do. Still not what I want. Okay. Change me
19?
one more time. That'll hit.
Okay, that is much better. I'm still at just a D6 for martial arts. Yes.
Also, just a reminder to all three of you that you have 5 temporary hit points right now.
I got 10 right now, but thank you.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Ooh, that's good. The 8 bludgeoning damage magical.
Okay.
I boop him in the snoot.
All right. 8 points of bludgeoning damage. All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just staying right up in his grill.
Let's do a legendary action then. He is going to make a tail attack against you. Try to kind of like swat you away.
Okay.
That's just said tail attack. That did nothing. That means
that was beautiful.
nothing to me.
Tail
Dormire
attack.
does tail whip. But
The dragon
That's a
makes a tail
natural 1.
Hey!
just to make sure, what does that add up to? Or no, that one always
Yeah.
was.
Now what in combat?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that you, I think the tail kind of, you hear it coming and you just duck backwards as it just swings like inches above your head in a large arc and then slams against one of the shipping crates, sending teddy bears flying. That'll bring it to Nikolai's turn. And he is going to, he has to run up a bit closer because the range on the sawed-off shotgun is not far. And he is going to make 2 shots with it up at the dragon. First one is a 15, that'll miss. Second one is a natural 20, 27. Yikes, that hurts. For 27 points of damage. And he has to use his bonus action to reload. So that's all he gets. Enza, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. I'm going to run up some of the stairs that were off to the side, kind of leading to those offices.
Okay.
Kind of get a little bit of higher ground.
Okay.
And take 2 shots at the dragon.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark it first as a bonus action. Okay.
Perfect.
And
I'll
then-
go ahead and put a mark on it just so I don't forget.
Okay, I'll mark that off. There we go. All right, first stack. That is. I'm shooting with my gun. Okay, that is 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
21 hits. Okay. And then Hunter's Mark is a D6, I think. Yes, D6. Wow. Okay, that's so many. That's 10, 25, 24 points of piercing
Yikes. Okay. 24 points of piercing.
for the first shot.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
second. Pew pew. I rolled the same, another 21 to hit.
Okay. 21 to hit. Also hits.
Okay. And then not as good on the second one. That's 13 piercing.
Okay. 13 points of.
Pew pew.
Not 123. 13. Okay. All right. As you climb up on the stairs there and kind of balance yourself on the railing and take two, or stay yourself on the railing and take two shots, both of them hit. The dragon lets out a shake, like a ear bursting roar. Oh, I forgot. Okay, wait. Which ones of you are immune to fear? Because I forgot about that.
Them three.
Them three.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you did it.
That's fine. I just forgot to have Nikolai make his saving throw.
Oh, no, buddy.
I'm also not immune.
Yeah, you'll make one at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Because this may change things. Wisdom saving throw. 16 will succeed. Perfect. Okay, so I don't have to retcon anything. Then Cordelia, it is your turn. This still isn't the music I want. I'm gonna find something better.
Okay. I am going to Ray of Frost a dragon, I guess,
Okay.
for my action. That's bad. 11.
11 will not hit.
I'm shocked.
As the ray of frost kind of bounces off the dragon's metal-like hide.
I just realized the dragon takes an extra 8 points of damage because it's a favorite enemy of mine.
Oh, okay.
Because I hit it.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you hit it.
Yes.
Faux show.
Okay, anything else, Cordelia?
No.
Okay.
Hell turn.
Pilar, wisdom saving throw.
Of course. Whew, that's a natural 20.
You're good.
Whoa,
Okay.
dang.
And you're now immune to it, too.
Yeah.
So the only people that will have... So just those of you that are under the spell effect, if that fades for any reason, then we'll deal with that then. But right now, everybody is immune.
Woo!
Okay. Which will bring it... Oh, actually, at the end of your turn, I think it's going to use another...
Wait, that was the end of my turn?
Oh, sorry. At the end of Cordelia's turn.
Okay.
No. You go and do your thing because you made your saving throw. I'll wait.
Thank you.
My bad.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure I am not bunched up with anybody. Like, I'm not within cone range of literally anybody.
It's going to be hard not to be in cone range of at least one person in the room. Just you don't know the exact length of the
You're right.
of it, but yeah, it's going to be hard.
Ugh. I will just make sure I'm within 60 feet of Sebastian at all times, but like at an angle. So that hopefully we
Okay.
both, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to,
Okay.
one of us will get hit, but not both of us is my goal.
Sure.
All right, action. Oh. Eldritch Blast twice
Okay.
at the dragon, just to be clear. That's a 14. Mm-mm.
Nope.
How about a 14 again? This time, maybe?
That time actually it hits.
Oh, wow!
No.
Well, heck. Then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
I'm going to have it be a freaking scythe. And just have it
Okay.
appear next to the dragon, please.
All right, make your attack with the
I
spiritual.
will make my attack. That's a natural 1.
Also missed. So the freaking scythe appears and swipes at the dragon, and again just ricochets off its tough
I've
metal.
never done this before. Cut me some slack.
It's
Just need
scary.
6 seconds, maybe 12.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn, I assume.
Oh, yes.
So at the end of your turn, it's going to use 2 of its legendary actions, and it beats its wings mightily. Sebastian, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's probably not great. 10, and I don't think I get to add bless to that.
Yeah, bless
Uh,
is saving throws.
I thought bless was only attacks and ability
I
checks.
think it's just attacks and
Is
abilities.
it? That sucks.
I mean, it's pretty good.
It's saving throw, attack roll, or saving throw. Just not
Oh, there you
ability.
go. Okay, not ability checks. That's it. Yeah, you can add D4.
Well, we'll see. I'm at 10. I don't know that 14's going to do much. And that's 11.
Nope.
Look at that. You
What,
did it.
what happens?
Okay, you take. I'll just take the average on that. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Evasion.
Okay, so you take. I'm trying to decide if that's in.
It says if it's a dex saving throw.
Oh, if it's an area effect. Yeah, I'll count this as an area effect because it's each creature within 10 feet of the dragon. Yeah, okay, so we'll say you take half, but you are knocked prone.
Okay. Good thing I'm a drunken master. That's not going to slow me down much.
Yeah.
Okay, so 13 to half is 6 or 7.
6.
Okay. Whoops. I should take off 6, not make my ones a 6. Or no, I have temp health. Okay.
And then the dragon is going to fly and reposition itself with the beat of its wings into a corner of the room. It's going to... So it would provoke an attack of opportunity against you, so you can make one at disadvantage if you would like, Sebastian.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Not gonna use my reaction for much else.
Yeah.
That's very good. Let me just roll bless anyway. 19. It's 19 plus stuff.
Yeah, you can. That is good. You
Yep.
hit it.
So I'm gonna punch it, and sure, let's try and do a stunning strike just to piss it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage and a key point for it to make a con save. Which
Okay. It succeeds on its con save.
okay. Well, it needs to beat a. Unless you're saying it's using the legendary resistance to beat it.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it probably rolled very good. I should remember what my DC is.
I think it's 8 plus proficiency plus
Yeah,
whiz.
so it's only 13 because my wisdom's still very small.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're working on it. That's what matters.
Okay. Which means it'll take that legendary resistance back because I thought it had failed. It repositions itself across the room and gets itself to a corner, and it continues. It takes inhales, kind of creating this almost like vacuum-like effect in front of it, with dust being kicked up around the room. And then you watch its scales fan out a bit. But instead of a gout of fire, a cone of this gas comes spraying out across the room in a 60-foot cone. The cone's still going to hit a few people, even though you guys did spread out. I'm going to say it's probably going to angle it more so at the 2 people that have done it of great harm. So that would be Nikolai and Enza. And then I'll say it probably hits. I'd say it probably gets Sebastian too, but you're immune to it, so it's not going to do any effect. So Nikolai and Enza are going to have to make, I believe it's Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Yes, Constitution saving throw.
Dang it! I should have Slayer's Prayed it first. Okay, that's fine. Con save. How about this time?
You got this. You got this. You got this.
17.
17, not enough.
Heck.
You fall asleep. Nikolai also falls asleep. Okay. So that is the dragon's action and all that he can do right now. So back to Sebastian.
Okay. Drunken Master only needs 5 feet of movement to get back up from prone.
Okay.
I assume I'm probably closer to Nikolai.
Yes. Yeah.
Or, but with my movement, I have 40 feet of movement left. Could I get to Enza, and would someone else be closer to Nikolai, or is someone?
You
really
could
close?
knock it. You would take all your movement to get to Enza.
Yeah, because I ran up some
so-
stairs and stuff.
So you could get to her, but you would not be able to get back to the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, she's our striker. I should go wake her up.
We also have a team. We have a team.
Well, but is anyone else? Would anyone else be able to get to Enza on their turn? I don't
Well,
know.
I'm at least 60 feet away from you.
Yeah. Since you weren't bunching up, I'm going to put you further away from Enza.
Okay.
I would put Pilar further away from Enza than Sebastian. I'd say Cordelia might be able to get up there. And Nikolai could if he was awake.
I can fly.
Yes.
So then I will go back to the original plan and go wake Nikolai up.
Okay. You just nudge him, and he kind of stirs from the ground and goes, "Oh, am I dead?"
No sleeping on the job.
And he begins to pick himself up, but can't do so till his turn. Okay.
And I will use any remaining movement to step away from him again.
Okay. All right. So you said you had 40 feet of movement left?
Yep.
You might be able to get back into melee with the dragon.
Okay, then I will go ahead and do so. I'm gonna just be the annoying fly buzzing around its face.
That's fair.
And for Pilar's heroism, is it at the start of our turns or at the start of her turn?
At the start of each of your turns, you get 5 temporary hit points.
Okay, so the wing attack did knock me down from the potion, but now I'm back up to 5.
Okay.
And I don't think I can really do. No, I'm not gonna. That's my turn. I was debating patient defense.
Okay. It's gonna go to. Yeah, I think the dragon's gonna take another. It's gonna take another swing at you with the tail because it didn't work last time, but maybe might be able to hit you. So
Make me regret not doing patient defense.
that's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 18 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So take away the 10th. That's 13. Okay.
Then that's gonna put it to Nikolai's turn, who is prone, has to use Hasm's movement to get up. Not a fan of that. He's instead going to use his action, and Nikolai begins to let out like a low growl. I think he like tears his jacket off. Doesn't tear it. He takes it off, folds it, puts it on the ground.
Goes full Van Helsing.
Yeah, no, he pulls his jacket off, and you watch as his body sort of begins to sprout this like thick brown fur as his back sort of hunches and he grows a bit. But instead of taking on a wolfish form, you see a massive like grizzly bear standing in front of you as he grows to almost like an 8-foot, 9-foot tall height. And
That
then
explains the accent.
Yes. In Soviet Russia, bears are you. And he goes running across the room. I think he's got a little bit more movement speed. Let me check. No, he does not. But he does use the rest of his movement to begin running towards the dragon. Enza, it is your turn.
Snooze.
Yes. Oh, that's right. You're still asleep. Cordelia hasn't woken you up yet. Okay, Cordelia, it is your turn.
Wow,
Sorry.
I like that you just assume that's what I'm going to use my turn to do.
That's
It's
fair.
almost
You can
like
do-
illusion wizards aren't super great in combat, you guys.
You can do whatever you want. You can make an illusion of Enza being awake.
Or you can make it a reality.
I'm just joking with you.
No, I'll go up there. I can fly. I have a broom. I just go fly up there.
Yeah.
I can fly 50 feet.
Okay. You fly up to Enza, kind of slumped over the railing.
And I'm going to wake Enza up and go, Nikolai turned into a bear and you're missing it.
Yeah, you wake up, you see a bear running across the room, you see Cordelia floating in front of you, you see the dragon in a different position.
Wake up.
Just cusses.
So that's your action, Cordelia. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Not anything else.
Pilar's turn.
Oh, me again already. Oh. I'd like to strike it with my scythe,
Okay.
if possible. Let's see.
Well, it moved 30 feet away from where it was before.
Good thing the spiritual weapon can also move 20 feet. I will move the scythe towards the dragon menacingly.
It knows your games, spiritual weapon. Okay, not that you really would have been that afraid of it at this point. So the spiritual weapon begins to hover towards it, swinging through
Great.
the air.
Just really slowly and menacingly.
Yeah, you want to make another round of attacks?
Do I have anything else? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm going to toll the dead upon it. Nope, that's a lie. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to viciously mock it.
Okay. So it'll make
All
a.
I'm taking boy un piss.
What saving throw is that?
That is wisdom.
Okay. What's your DC? Before I start using-
16.
That's twice in a row that it's rolled the exact DC that you guys have. Yep, it succeeds.
Well, nothing happens.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to use another tail attack against Sebastian. Whip it good. It's going to be a 27 to hit. That hits for 16 bludgeoning.
Okay. Okay.
He's then going to be his turn. Yay. And going to roll to see if his breath comes back. Nope. All right. Who's he want to hit? Who's doing a lot of damage to him? I think he sees he sees Enza getting back up. You did a lot of damage last time. And Cordelia right there too.
Oh, heck.
So he's gonna take the attack of opportunity from Sebastian, should you choose to make
Yep.
it. So go to make your attack.
Pinch.
Nope. Not one.
Not pinch.
And suddenly the two of you feel a shadow come over you as slamming like against the railing where you are both hovering and standing. The dragon is now bearing down on you. Dragoning down on you. And is going to make 3 attacks. So it's going to first make a bite attack against Enza.
Okay.
That is going to hit with a 22 for 25 piercing damage.
Ouch.
It then is going to swipe a claw at Cordelia, which you have your...
Mirror image.
There are like 4 of you floating through the air there.
Yes, there's so many of me. He have to roll Do I roll a d20?
I think you roll a d20.
I roll
yeah.
a d20. Yeah, me. Well, I rolled an 8. If I have 3 duplicates, I must roll a 6 or higher to change it to a duplicate. So joke's on you, Durgan.
So he swipes through the air once, and whoosh, it just passes straight through one of the illusions.
2 left.
Yeah. He is then going to do it again.
Okay.
Just like
Oh, I rolled. Oh no. Okay. I rolled 10. With 2 duplicates, you must roll an 8 or higher. Sucks to suck, dragon.
Destroys another duplicate.
I got 1 left.
Perfect. So yeah, that will end. I was double checking does not true sight because I wanted to double check that before I
Oh, good.
illusions.
Because those would have hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
So that's all he's got with his 3 attacks, and he's all up in your grill. Sebastian.
Yep. Sebastian's gonna chase after the dragon.
Plus 5 temporary hit points.
Yep. I assume his tail is like hanging down or something where I could hit it.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like up against, like kind of on the scaffolding and the wall there, and yeah, his lower legs and his tail are kind of dangling on the ground.
Yep. So this tail is not my friend, so I'm a punch it.
All right.
That is probably not gonna hit. That's no, that's only 16. So
No, that does not hit.
So trying again. That's gonna hit. That's 19 naturally plus other things.
Okay. Then do your damage.
Yep. That's 4 bludgeoning magically.
Okay.
And then I think for my bonus action, I'm probably gonna pop my greater patent healing potion because I'm bloodied.
Okay.
So we'll see what this does.
Yep. Roll a d100.
I am within melee of the Durgan. Let me get my d100 stuffs. Or actually, no, I've programmed it into here. 63 on the table.
Nobody wants to roll below a 50 on these. That's you just get the effect.
Okay, so
oh, it's below 50. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna write 50 more of these another day, and we're just gonna have it happen every time because this has been very disappointing.
Aw. You can spread it out and have it only happen on like odd numbers or something.
Oh,
I could. Statistically, I guess that would still be the same. It'd still be a 50-50 shot. But
That's true.
yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, Poppy, you get your healing.
and that is my turn.
Okay. It'll be the werebear, formerly known as Nikolai's turn. He is going to run towards the dragon 2 and is going to make a round of attacks. He made 2 claw attacks against it. So it'll be... Nope. Jeez. Come on, Nikolai. That was a 12 and a 10 to hit, so neither one of those hit. He's just scraping and there's sparks flying off the metal scales. Enza, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to Slayer's Prey this cusser.
Okay.
And that's... I just got to do an extra 1d6. And I get to add a 1d6 on saving throws against him. All right, and I'm going to take 2 shots. For my
Okay.
attack. Okay, the first one is a natural 20.
Jeez.
Okay, well, all right, let's roll damage on that. Let's see, 16. $35, and then the extra d6. 37. 37.
Thanks. Okay, 37 points of damage. He's not happy about that.
Nope. I feel like he's gonna not be happy when I shoot him one more time.
Yep.
And okay, 23 for the second one.
Yeah, because he didn't know you didn't have disadvantage. Oh man.
You might be up in my grill, but I can still shoot you. Okay, 8, 12.
12. Okay. Yeah. Enza could have just one-on-one this dragon at this point. All right. So
And now I have to reload.
yeah. That will end your turn, and the dragon is going to use a legendary action. I feel like I want to hit you with the tail, but I don't feel like that narratively makes sense for him to contortion his way to try to hit you with his tail. So
You can try and I'll take an opportunity attack on the tail.
the tail.
Get that tail.
No, instead he is going to do a wing attack. A lot of people within melee of him right now, within 10 feet of him right now. So it does a wing attack with 2 legendary actions. So I need all of you, except for Pilar, essentially, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes. Oh.
If any of you lost your 5 temp hit points and it has been your turn, you have 5 temp hit points. Just throwing that out there.
Did not do that. All right.
17.
Fail.
17?
I have evasion.
Does 17 work when I roll it?
Nope.
Okay.
How about 9?
Nope. So
I rolled
everyone
1.
everyone fails.
Cool.
So the dragon kind of vaults itself or catapults off of the railing, beating its wings, and the whole thing shakes, and there's this torrent of wind. So all of you except for Sebastian take, and Nikolai doesn't take any, but Sebastian, you take 6. The other 2 of you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage and are both knocked prone. Cordelia, you are flying.
Oh no.
Well, I'm
On a
on my broom. I mean, I feel like my last move was to get to Enza to wake her up, so I'm not that far from the ground.
Well, that's my question. I guess in my narrative or my thought, you were kind of flying off the railing, but you think you were flying like over the platform she was standing on.
Well, I was imagining literally, because I said to her, so I was imagining like being there shaking her awake, but...
Okay.
Like it landed.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I whisper, Nikolai's a bear and you're missing it!
You fall off your broom and kind of slam onto
I twist my ankle.
Metal, the metal platform there. And the dragon flies towards the other side of the room. Those of you with melee, so just Nikolai and Sebastian can make attacks of opportunity.
Are these at disadvantage?
Yes, if you're prone, they're disadvantage.
13. Of course, the second one was a natural 20, but so 13. 19 plus stuff, so that's gonna hit.
Nice.
Another minimum damage, 4 more, and I'm angry. I'm gonna try another stunning strike on him,
Okay.
which he will probably succeed.
Make a con save. Yeah, he definitely succeeds on it. Okay, but you do plank him as he flies across the room and lands on top of one of the like shipping containers. That'll put it to Enzo. That was your turn. So Cordelia, is your turn now.
Okay, how far is the dragon from me?
At this point, he's moved 30 feet away, so 30 feet away from you and down.
Wonderful, the spell has a range of 120 feet.
Yeah, you could hit anything in this
Yeah,
room,
I'm
so.
gonna stop trying to fight. And I'm gonna do what I was born to do. I would like to cast a major image behind said dragon. And we're in a building, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's a 20-foot cube. I have malleable illusion, so I can change it later. Yeah, I'm gonna cast major image of like in this 20-foot cube of like a very giant werebear, because that's the scariest thing I can think of right now, like Mission Impossibling through the ceiling and coming in to help us fight the dragon.
So suddenly, the ceiling busts open as a 20-foot tall werebear similar to Nikolai comes falling through and letting out a roar. The dragon.
Sorry, I was trying to read how real it is. It seems completely real, including sounds, smells, and temperature appropriate. Yeah, so it smells like a bear and it roars like the loudest bear you've ever heard.
I love it. Okay, the dragon does flinch in that moment. We'll do the saving or the check on its turn.
Sure. I just want to distract it as much as possible.
Yeah, it is distracting, and it is distracted. So that's your action. Anything with your bonus action?
I got no bonus action, anything.
Okay.
Wizards.
That'll put to Pilar's turn.
That's me. Okay, so Enza looks the most hurt, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How far away is she from me?
40 feet.
Great. And is the dragon, by chance, back within 20 feet of my scythe?
I want your scythe to get an attack, so yeah, sure.
Well, darn. These are both bonus actions, actually.
Okay, well then you gotta make a decision.
Yeah, I do.
I'm good. Get that dragon. Go get it.
I'm gonna stab the dragon. I'm going to attempt to stab the dragon. Where's my button? There it is. Click. And click. Oh, wait! I'm going to send Themison to fly in its face and aid me in this so that I have advantage on the step.
Okay.
Okay. Please, please, please. Don't suck. Don't suck, please. Natural 20!
Jeez, nice.
Okay. Click. Click. 19 force damage.
All right, 19 damage. That's pretty good.
Thanks. And then I'm going to attempt to Eldritch Blast him as well.
Okay, make your attacks.
I will. Click. That's a 20.
Hits.
And an 11.
Does not hit.
Okay. That's a 5 force damage.
All right.
Really? It should have been another D10. Hold on, let me roll another D10.
Wait,
and another 8 force damage.
Not 2d10 per Eldritch
Isn't
Blast.
it? Oh, you're right. No, you're
No.
right.
You
Right.
just
You're
get to
right.
do it twice.
I get to do it twice. You're right. So it's 5. I
Yeah.
just wanted to see what I would have gotten if I'd hit with the other one. So that's a try.
No, yeah, it's cool. Okay, so that'll put it to Dormeyer's turn. So what's the check he has to make on the illusion?
It is. Let me scroll back to my spell. Hold, please. It is an investigation check against my spell save DC. Yeah, a success. Yes, a creature that uses its action to examine the image. Very important. Can determine it is an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC.
Okay. Let me check one
Do
thing
he want to
first.
do that with his whole action?
No, I think he'll just try to attack it.
Okay.
So
That's probably the same thing.
yeah, well, essentially he's going to burn one of his attacks, and is going, because it does not recharge its breath, because never get to use those once per game, is going to take a swipe at it with its claw, and as it does, just kind of passes straight through
Physical
the bear.
interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it.
And then it goes.
It growls at him, though.
This frustrated sigh as it just waves its dragon hand through the illusion, and then turns back to all of you. Jeez, it is not. Yeah, I think it begins to fly towards the metal doors, and I would say with its other attacks, kind of like bashes its way through the doors and then begins to like to make its way outside. Does not have enough movement to get very far after that, but is making a break for it. Sebastian.
Not gonna let it run away, so gonna chase after it. Gonna punch it all the times. So,
Okay.
First punch. 19 plus 2, 21.
Hits.
7 damage. Key point for a stunning strike.
Come on, Tito.
Okay. Nah, it succeeds.
Okay. Punch number 2. That's not gonna hit. Bonus action. Let's do flurry of blows.
Okay.
So
Get him.
another key point. That's another 19 plus stuff. 22 to hit.
Hits.
Another min damage for 4. Another stunning strike.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong. No, still succeeds.
Yep. Just hoping that maybe one of them is low enough that he has to resist. Another 19 plus stuff. 22. Just above min damage for 5, and one more stunning strike.
Okay.
Come on, Sebastian.
Still succeeds.
Yep.
It's a really, he has a really high check, but okay. So you come running behind this dragon as it is beginning to fly away, and I think we see Sebastian kind of running up the tail of it that is just barely dragging off the ground. And as you run up to the back, you just lay a very deliberate and precise punch to the spine of this dragon from behind, and there is a crack as the dragon suddenly spins out of the air and then collides with the ground, kind of skidding across it, the metal against the stone, sending up sparks and making a huge screeching noise. As this happens, Dormeyer begins to try to get up, but it is too broken and winded to make any escape at this point. And as he begins to back away, coughs, and this fume mixed with fire kind of spilling out of his mouth, and coughs towards all of you and says, "This is the worst decision of your insignificant lives, you wretches. I curse you, knowing the remaining cardinal sins will find you." And with that, Dormeyer, the slothful, collapses, and Sebastian, you get the killing blow against this thing. What do you do?
I think I approach it just kind of calmly. Gave you the chance to bargain. You chose the wrong end, bucko. And I'm gonna just kind of stomp up on his face, get up and just punch down on the top of the skull.
Okay. You punch, there's a crack as your fist just sort of punches straight into the skull of the dragon. And the body collapses and seizes for a moment and then lies still. Get some... the rest of you coming out see this happen. There was some stuff in the chat. I don't know if there was anything that was still relevant that you guys want to do in the like few seconds after this. Cordelia, I think you noticed this first with your training. You see a spark of something that travels down the like from tip to tail of from head to tail of the dragon. It's like spark that runs through it for just a moment. And then you watch as the blood that is coming out of the dragon begins to pool across the ground, and then like spider webs outwards in this intricate pattern that covers like the entire vicinity that you are all standing in. And in that moment, all of you feel a terrible burning sensation on the back of your neck.
What?
Puta madre.
What was that?
Can I figure out what it is?
Do you go to inspect anyone that's
Who's closest to me?
We'll say
Yeah.
we'll say
Oh
Enza.
yeah, I forgot. Enza's right there.
Yeah.
Enza, don't move.
There
All right.
you kind of pull Enza's hair aside and you see or their jacket aside, it's kind of lower on the back of the neck. You see a brand burned in to Enza's the back of Enza's neck in this like bluish tint to it, almost like it's slightly glowing. Do you know Draconic?
I do not.
Okay.
But I know about curses.
Yes, and I think you without the word, I think you're unsure exactly what it is, but go to make an Arcana check.
$26.
Okay. You probably had forgotten that you even knew this, but at some point during your studies at the university, you've came across some instructions and some text on curses, and some of the ancient, most of them being draconic soul binding. It's like the oldest form of magic itself is dragon magic, and they're sort of the origins of or birth from that like primeval magic. This, however, and from the inscriptions you see on the ground, is this draconic soul binding is a form of curse that marks its bearer, or it binds its bearer to a dragon. At which point that dragon knows the bearer's location at all times.
Cool.
There's something back there?
Yeah. We should get everyone together.
Pilar has already run to Sebastian.
Are you okay? You've got a little blood on you. Are you alright? I got a little handkerchief right here. I can also be healing you if you want to do some healing. I can do
Just
that.
shaking dragon brains off my fist right now.
That's pretty gross.
Prestidigitation.
Do any of you know Draconic? Or read Draconic?
Enza does.
Enza does.
I do.
And I think also Nikolai comes out too, is kind of reverted to his normal human form, and he also has a mark on the back of his
Well, I
neck.
guess I know Enza knows about dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe she'd draw a picture of what it looks like. Or I guess I could just look at somebody else's back of their
Yeah,
neck.
you can look at everybody
There
else.
you go.
Everybody has a different mark, in a different color. Enza, yours is blue and it reads greed.
Okay.
Nikolai's is white and it reads lust. Sebastian's is green and it reads envy. Pilar's is red and it reads wrath. And Cordelia is black and it reads gluttony.
Could you say those again, please?
Yes. Cordelia has a black marking that reads gluttony. Pilar has a red marking that reads wrath. Sebastian has a green marking that reads envy. Enza has a blue marking that reads greed. And Nikolai has a white marking that reads lust.
So?
What's going on?
Right before I killed him, he said something about the other cardinal sins would be coming after us.
Yeah, we have a curse on our hands.
What? I slap Sebastian with remove curse.
It does nothing.
Ah!
We have
I
a
assume my third
very,
level spell slot is gone though.
Mm-hmm.
a very old draconic curse. on our
Sorry,
hands.
Tito, that was supposed to work.
Yeah, and it's a more like I said, its technical term is soul binding. It is not technically a curse. That's just a colloquialism that we
Yep.
could use in this, so it's not super
I'm gonna say
complicated.
curse.
Yeah, I was just letting you guys know.
Yep,
Why
nope,
that's why.
I'll
this-
explain that.
Yeah.
Well, dang. I maybe shouldn't have jumped the gun and it.
Well, it's not gonna be gone tomorrow when you get the spell back, but very old magic. So we are now bound to the soul of a dragon.
You would know 5
And-
different dragons.
Yep, those dragons.
Eh.
5 of them, and seems they've pinned us on our sins.
Or what? So basically, what you're telling me, this is Aya's fault.
No?
Really? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
No, it's not, because I didn't make anyone come here. And maybe I should look at the sin that's tattooed on the back of your neck before you accuse people of being at fault.
I'm just saying, she was the one who wanted it dead.
She was the one who wanted it dead, and I said it was okay, and I told all of you that none of you had to come.
I know, but of course you're going to come with you.
Pilar. I am bound to her in a different way that I'm bound to you all. But it is not that simple. And we have
Which-
bigger problems than laying blame on someone who could help us.
Kind of point.
I'm sorry, do you know the magic that can get rid of the weird dragon tattoo curse?
Clearly, I don't.
Then we should not write off people that could help us.
It's not writing her off, it's just her fault.
No, it's not. Because she didn't make you come here, so.
I mean, we took care of this asshole easily enough. As long as they come one at a time, no big deal.
I don't think it's that simple.
Well, until 5 dragons come breathing down our necks.
Well, everyone seems to have a lot of fucking opinions right now about the thing that I know about. So. Anyone else want to
Sebastian
share?
turns and
Anyone
goes back
else?
in.
Anyone else want to talk
Easy.
about their magic
Are you really going to
experience?
blame us for being frightened?
I'm not blaming you for being afraid. I'm blaming you for not fucking caring and talking about, oh, it's no big deal.
I think being concerned about the situation counts as caring.
Yeah, but you're blaming people who don't deserve to be blamed. And you're talking about it's no big deal. Those are the 2 things I've got right now. So, if you'd like to have a reasonable conversation about this, come find me.
Sorry.
Nikolai
I am-
says, tensions are a bit high right now, and we just killed a dragon, and now there are more dragons after
Yeah,
us.
well, you tried telling the Soto family they're wrong.
Sebastian went inside to look for evidence and anything we might be able to bring with us. I suggest we might do the same and then get out of here
We
quickly.
should definitely get out of here. Cordelia, do we need to take anything from the dragon, or do we just leave it here?
No, they'll find it. There it is.
Sebastian, so you're inside. You go kind of walking around. A lot of these cargo crates are filled with weapons, explosives, GCPD uniforms. And in the corner of the warehouse, there is a small pile of what looks to be burned paper in a basket. And there are some scraps of paper that still kind of remain in it.
I think go over and just grab all the papers. And then I think gonna start helping myself to some dynamite.
Okay. Yeah, you could grab a couple sticks of dynamite. And the rest of you could get some ammo and stuff like that if you wanted to grab it. We can deal with the logistics of how much you grab later.
Are there any silver bullets for a pistol, perchance?
Yeah, there are probably some silver bullets. Like I said, we'll do the looting and stuff later because we're already running late.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll give you guys a lowdown of that. But the papers, I do want to end with that. If you inspect those as a group, what's left? There's not a lot, but there are some. It looks like some. You find one document that's mostly burned, but has a few bits remaining, and it's written in Draconic, which Enza is able to read. And it seems to be a request or a letter outlining the plan to attack Gothford. And it gives instruction: Imperial Tower, 16 Neunzahl, requests no survivors, and it's signed or requested and signed by somebody named Shodden. Shodden.
Okay. Well, this is quite an incriminating document for whoever this Shodden is.
I'm still not putting it out in the outer realm of possibility that it's someone in the Nosfori using a nom de plume.
Yeah.
But we should get what we want and get out. I don't know. I assume your boys are pretty good, Nikolai, but I also don't assume they're just killing all the guards. Someone's gonna come and...
Yeah, you hear some more gunfire and stuff from over there. It says, "Yeah, we should go right now as soon as possible. I'm already gone." And he begins heading out the door.
Hey, Cordelia is right behind him.
Okay. And we'll just say, for the sake of not having to deal, you all have bags with gear and stuff, whatever you're taking with you from these, and we'll figure out what that gear is later.
Okay.
Cordelia is out the door.
Okay. All right. So as you all crunch through the woods, this kind of dull pain on the backs of your necks beginning to fade, but you can still feel the brand sort of raised against your skin, and this sort of prickling feeling in the back of your mind that somebody's watching you. And that is where we are going to end our session for tonight. Well done, everyone. Yep. So we will be back in a week for the next session of Lord's Misrule. Let's get some music going. There we go. So yeah, good game, everyone. This next coming week, for those of you out there watching, we've got some more shows for you to watch, enjoy, partake in. We will have the next session of our Masks campaign, Teenage Superheroes Fighting Descend to City. That'll be this coming Thursday. We will have other video game streams and stuff on the way, I'm sure. Trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing that will be going on this week. Nothing I can think of, but we'll have some more announcements and stuff. Just keep an eye on our Twitter, twitter.com/Game Nights. If you want to get an idea of what our schedule is, there's also a schedule here on Twitch below our faces if you want to look at that. We have a website. You can check out all of our stuff there, ggk.smvi.co. And yeah, I think that's it. Any other parting words?
I was going to say, for our calendar, we use Stanza calendar now, so anybody who uses that app out there. It's a pretty popular calendar app. You can sync your calendar with ours and get updates about all of our shows and releases and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a link for that below?
Well, anybody that uses Stanza will be able to find us by searching Game Nights with 2 G's, or you can click on our calendar below us on Twitch.
And it's also on our website too.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I've never used Stanza, so I don't know how it works, but you
It's
should.
great.
Because I'm late to everything and I forget things are happening, and you shouldn't be like Sean. Be like other people that are more responsible in remembering things.
Be like us. But yeah, if
So
you
be like Savannah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh,
Some of us are responsible and try to save our friends from the dragon curse, and then sometimes those friends just yell at us about their feelings and don't care about the dragon curse, but use Stanza calendar to keep up with all of your
Dodge all
That's
your
beside the point.
little bleed over here.
There goes right. But yeah, no, so if you do use Stanza or find us on Stanza calendar, you can sync our calendar with yours and get notifications about when we're streaming and when our podcast is being released. So do that.
Yeah.
Game Nights with 2 G's and a K.
I guess thank you to G and Ryan for redeeming some stuff here today. The attack from the Calbits was a combined affair from the two of them.
Poor Dungus.
And thank you for the follow, Game Master's Vault. But yeah, so we will be back in a week, and I think our scheduled start time for that will be 3:00 Eastern time. But again, just keep an eye out on our all of our doodads for updates on that.
We'll tweet you.
Yeah, and until next time, good game and good night, internet.
Good night,
Good night,
Internet.
Internet.